Welcome. Brian Legend is at it again yesterday, giving us more good news, more utility, more things that we didn't even think were coming. And then, price dips. Not because of us. This time, I will say the paper didn't sell. People held strong. It was that idiot wallet. So stay tuned because we got a good show here. Welcome again. Today we have a great show. We have it streaming live on 5 separate channels. One of the channels it's on, the guy's not even here yet. That's what's crazy about it. We got Odinato in the house.
I wanted to go on my channel too. You should have told me.
I can only do 5, and we maxed it out.
Okay.
Plus, I can't do it in a minute. I need to, set things up. It's been a busy day. So today it's going to be on Odinato's channel, and our Legends channel, Curtheus's channel, of course my channel, and then, last but not least, Just Talking's channel, if he ever decides to show up and be on the stream. Oh man! So what a day it was. How was your guys' day today, and what was your thoughts on Safuu today?
I woke up and I was surprised by the price action. It wasn't much of a surprise. I was kind of expecting it, but at the same time, I was kind of being hopeful. Come on, stay there. But, it is what it is. And I think all we can do is hope for the best. And, sacrifice state is coming, and mainnet launch as well. But how about the NFT announcement?
Yeah, that NFT announcement was straight out of right field. I had no clue. I wasn't expecting anything, and it was good to see something like that.
Anybody did, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just very, very awesome timing with Crypto Easy's video.
Look, that I made a video about NFTs, and luckily it's only for my members only. So if you guys are really curious to know what I have to say about NFTs, you gotta go become a member of my channel, and y'all get to see the video. So yeah, but that was such a coincidence.
Of course, that's why I was plugging it. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but when the price got up over $4, I expected it to dip at some point. It was a little bit more than I thought it was going to be, because of the that wallet. But yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is, But I did expect it to dip once we started getting over $4.
Yeah, I expected a dip, but not I wake up and I see it at 240, and I knew. Yeah. I didn't even have to see the comments in Discord. Why is the price down? Like, seriously, people, we know right now why the price is down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to lose money to try and take us down. Okay. Well, they're doing a bad job because it ain't working.
No, it's not.
Not at all.
No,
I totally expected that too. To be somewhere in the $2 range when I woke up, like NR's talking about, because there's some people that just don't want it to last. It's like the littlest bit of profitability and some sell-offs. So, but whatever, it's all good. Yeah. It's more money in our pockets.
Right.
It's great if you're looking to obviously get more. This is a great opportunity, as I always say to everybody. If you're looking to get more, buy more. It's all about getting as many Safuu tokens in your pocket right now as you possibly can. It's about collecting. And we know what we're going to do in a month and a half is sacrifice. We're going to move over to Safuu X, and you won't have these problems over there. And it's going to be great. And I'm not going to lie. When I see I'm kind of torn sometimes when I see the price like this, do this kind of action, because in a way, I'm like, okay, I want it to be at least a 1-for-1, but then I'm like, this is not a bad thing if you start at a 91% fire pit and you see where we could go, and then you hear Dio talk and you're like, ooh, maybe that ain't the worst thing in the world. So it's kind of like I'm torn. I don't know about you guys if you're torn as well, but obviously I want to see positive price movement. Like yesterday was positive. You get good news, you see positivity, but if it's a fake whale, obviously that was a fake whale pump, and then they sell, and they're not making money. So I still have no clue what the heck they're doing it for, other than thinking they're doing something special.
Got to be the dumbest whales ever. There's not a sense to it. I mean, seriously, rub 2 brain cells together and figure it out, guys, because you're losing money. You're losing lots of money.
It is true. It is true.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't think it's somebody trying to wash their money. There's many ways to do that and not lose that much money. I mean, I don't see that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't see somebody in a criminal mastermind washing their money that much. To me, that just doesn't make sense.
That's why I call it crypto crap. NR. It's what I mean. This is crypto crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on the washing the money thing, and then I thought to myself, why don't you just buy Bitcoin and sell it without paying 10%, 16%, 14% in, 16% out? You're paying 30% just to wash your money? That's the dumbest thing ever. Yeah. So I was like, okay, it's not washing the money. It's one of those things where we got to stop saying that, because you're the dumbest washer of money even. Right. So it's like
so many better ways to do it, no doubt.
I mean, but they are feeding
not
the
that
protocol.
I'm an expert.
They're feeding the protocol. And really, like this time, we were at 240 before they bought in, and then we're at 240 when they sold out. So really, that's telling me that people are just like, all right. I would have been more worried if I saw us go down to 205, 206 with people selling right after them. But it's right. Maybe what's the lowest we hit? I obviously was sleeping. I woke up, it was 240, and it just been there all day. So if it was lower.
When I thought I saw 220, but I could have been wrong.
Okay, so
I maybe 210. I could have sworn I saw 210, but I might be wrong.
So there was a little paper that followed, but then obviously you get the strong conviction, and people know that you gotta get this bread right now when it's cheap. Yeah. We have this guy named Curtheus in the house. Aloha and welcome to our simulcasted stream. We are live on all our channels at the same time. Please support my fellow YouTubers, like and subscribe. Let's have fun, and sending you much love. Do not subscribe to my page. Subscribe to Odonado, subscribe to NR Legend, subscribe to Crypto Easy, subscribe to Curtheus. You all already know you already subscribed to Daniel Prado because he's worldwide. He's everywhere. He never stops. So I just want everybody here. Everybody but Daniel Prado is monetized here. Crypto Easy, Daniel Prado, and me are monetized. But we need to make it a mission. And Crypto Easy made an awesome video on trying to get other creators to 1,000 subscribers, which is the magic mark to get monetized. So Curtheus is one of those, NR Legends one of those, Odonado is one of those, and of course, Just Talking, who's supposed to be on the stream. Maybe he'll join later, but if he's not here, it's still going on his channel. So awesome if you're watching from his channel. But we need to get everybody here. There's no reason why we can't support everybody on the panel. You guys love the Greek. The Greek loves all these guys, so let's all support each other, and we're going to make it further together.
Exactly, and I second to that, Greek. I second to that. If you guys, anybody who's watching, go ahead and subscribe to, Odonado, NR, and Curtheus. It's okay. Don't even go to my page right now. Subscribe to these guys because these guys are killing it with the content and doing amazing videos. So. Yeah,
I'm working on one for the Cayman Islands for a tax shelter for us node holders and Safuians who are going to be millionaires. So,
that's a fantastic video. Yeah, that's going to be good.
Right.
That will be good. I need to watch that one. Not that I don't watch every single video that's ever released. I try and be the first comment on every video that's up there. Sometimes I'm slow. Sometimes I have to do some duties like sleep. Okay, it's not easy. Okay. So we got new web videos in the house. Hey, Greek, I'm glad your Bears won. So am I. It was a great game. Very ugly. I don't know if you saw it. There's puddles on the field. It was just awesome. Classic Chicago Bears style victory. And poor Ian. He says, let's freaking go. Smash that like button for the Greek and subscribe to everybody who's on the stream. I agree with you on that. However, your Packers, my goodness, what an ugly showing.
Yeah, they
I
weren't
actually,
so hot.
I actually bet the Packers yesterday because I wanted to show Ian some support for my channel member, Ian. I wanted to show him some love and support. And of course, no, the Packers, they just said, no, Greek, you're a Bears fan. We're going to screw you either way. You bet on us, we'll screw you. Yeah. Packers suck. Ian, Packers suck.
I was watching the Eagles game on an app that you can get. It's like an NFL app. It's not really the NFL though. It's like a bootleg, you know. It's like this NFL streaming app that I just click on, and it brings up a live YouTube stream. But I couldn't watch it because it kept on getting taken down by the NFL. Like they kept on finding it, you know what I mean? And every time it would go back up, it'd be like 500 people watching, then 3,000 people watching. So it was like, you know, and the people kept on talking in the chat. And people in the chat are like, stop talking in this stupid chat. They keep on finding us. But they kept on finding like whatever this app is that creates these live, rebroad, like it's illegal. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to have the NFL app to watch those online. But somebody's been able to figure it out. And I've been able to watch a lot of Eagles games that way, you know. Because I'm in central New Jersey. Where I live is both New York and Philadelphia market. So I should be able to see Eagles games when they come on. But for some reason, Verizon Fios that I have does not pick up any Philadelphia channels, even though by antenna you can pick it up. So I'm just going to have to get a super antenna that can travel 100 miles. Because that's all it is. It's like 100 miles from... Well, not even. It's like 70 miles from Philadelphia, 70 miles from New York. It's
the Eagles looked good yesterday.
They did, yeah.
They played the Lions.
Except for the defense giving up all those points.
Oh.
I mean, they won 38-35.
Yeah, that was the highest scoring game of the week. It was actually a really good game. They had a 2-touchdown lead, and then they were trying to hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing they gave up those touchdowns because a few of my fantasy guys got points there. Timmy Tim says, Dub Bears. You already know the Bears are the best team in the league. We win week 1 and then we suck week 2. We're gonna make the Packers look like real this week. That's what the Bears do. That first week is the week they look like studs. The Packers always come and look like crap. And then week 2, the Bears are gonna show the world that the Packers are really good, and Packers are gonna just obliterate us like always. And Ian's gonna brag and think he's the best things.
So. Someone just bought 21,798 Safuu. I'm keeping my eye on the chart. Yesterday, you guys were live, Greek, and while you were live, all this crap happened. So I'm going to take advantage of it today.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you already know when I go live, people buy because I said
they're probably back at it again. So let's see what this is. If you want to go to BSC scan Greek, share your screen or whatever, and look at this because it's 1 minute ago. 179 B&B.
Is it the same wallet as yesterday, or is this is fresh, or they're just cycling wallets? Like
I'm going to look at the BP20 tokens transfers. Let's see. There's a bunch of different Safuu transactions for. This is them. This is the time. Yeah. They're in Europe somewhere. Okay.
Yeah,
remember they wanted
buy
to buy
back in now, and they sell at 4 a.m.
Remember they wanted to do the 28 million euro. That's because they're in Europe. So this is their time right now.
Exactly.
This is where they would be, doing their little pump and dump schemes. So they're if you go on here, just go to Dex Tools, click on the very last trade. It's right there at the top, 21,798. And now we're up to 244.
Well, let's see how much they buy in this time. Either way, if we time it right, you can get the dips, and then you can, not saying sell at the top, do not sell at the top, just hold, because either way, we're all going to make it. Rickness says, would be cool if you all did a series of interviews of node holders and how they got into Safuu and what they plan on doing next year. Well, we have a series of node holders here, so let's Ordinato, how did you get into Safuu, and what do you plan on doing next year?
Yeah, man. About 2 days after Brian dropped his very first video in mid-February, about 2 weeks before the launch of Safuu, I was looking with a friend of mine at some DeFi projects, and we both came up on the same day with this Brian dude from Australia, and we're like, hey, let's check this out. And then did tons of research, read everything I could, read the white paper like 10 times, tried to make sure I could wrap my head around it, and then, the rest of it's pretty much history. More conviction every day, because we all see what Brian does for us, and it's just beyond mind-blowing. Just when you thought the project couldn't get any better, then he releases something new the next day, and you're like, dude, God, I can't even keep up with you. But it's so cool. And as far as the node for next year, my plan kind of changes from time to time, what I'd like to do. But on mainnet day on January 20th, I plan to take a little bit of profit, and depending on how Safuu X goes, perhaps take some more profit. And I want to keep at least 75 to 80% of my bag or my worth in there. But yeah, we'll see.
How about you, NR?
So I got into Safuu. I was actually in another DeFi project that didn't rug, but didn't do so well, and I lost quite a bit of money. And if my wife's watching, I'm sorry, but yes, I did lose a lot of money. And then I ended up recouping just a little bit out of that project, and I was looking for something else to put it in, and I found Safuu. Just like Ordinato did some research on Brian, did some research on the project. Having been in Brian's position before as a business owner, and having failed businesses and people beat you up about it and stuff like that, I kind of felt a connection there a little bit, but still had a lot of respect for the guy and what he put together, and just kind of went from there, invested some money, and here we are. And as far as the node's concerned, yeah, I'm probably going to do the same as Ordinato. I know I'm definitely going on AWS. I don't know if you guys have already locked in who you're going to run your nodes with, but I'm definitely going with AWS just because of the tech support, the fact that they're one of the biggest in the world. We want the one with the most uptime. And I'm probably going to take a little bit of profit depending upon what it does, but for the most part, I'm gonna leave it in there, see what happens. I believe in this long term, and we'll see where it goes.
We already know Mr. Prado has been here since day one, and the biggest believer in Safuu.
Absolutely.
When I first started covering Safuu, it was watching Daniel Prado and just seeing how much conviction he had. And I'm like, okay,
no doubt,
this is the guy. Okay. And then I go, if I can't beat the guy, join the guy. So that's what I did. I joined forces with Prado, and that's how I got here. And thanks to NR Legend, I was able to get the full node. Great dude. And yeah, my plan with the full node is obviously to ride it for all it's worth. I'm never selling that sucker. And I know people in the comments are like, can you find me a node? Can you find me a node? Trust me, there's a lot of people who are looking for nodes.
Yeah.
I will always be on the lookout. I'm not going to shy away. You start making noise. Anyways, yeah, so I'm probably going to see how we open up and take it from there. But I might, depending on how high we get and where we go, I might take 10% profit just to take out everything I've invested in, which 10% profit at that stage where I have a number in mind. Always have a plan. I have a number in mind. If we don't hit that number, I'm not getting rid of it. And then it will give me enough to more than double my investment, and then I'll be free rolling. But that is the plan currently. How about you, Prado?
Yeah, I basically have the same plan. I certainly don't plan to take out everything all at once, because that would be, as we all know, stupid. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take out probably 10%, just like you said. I haven't come to that number exactly, because I don't even know if I want to do 10%. It might be 5%, but somewhere around there. And I'll probably do that monthly all the way up until the promotional period is over. because those are the months that we're going to be getting that very high 2.093%. There is going to be a fixed flex, but that's going to be depending on volume, and some of those days could be tremendous. 3.24% of a rebase on some of those days. But I'm expecting for that to be on $1 billion days. Now we can end up having $1 billion days every day. Who knows? But that would end up making us come to that max supply much quicker if that happens. But once max supply happens, that's it. We're just a regular old blockchain.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think we're going to come to that anytime soon. It's probably going to be like maybe 2 to 3 years that happens. But I plan on taking out 10% monthly. Not exact. I would never say exactly what day. Like I'm not going to do it every first or every second, or you know what I mean. That's just. I'm not going to do that. But I'll take out monthly, and what I plan to do with the money is just all kinds of things, more real estate, traveling and things like that. Just living a good life, helping a lot of people. I want to take this channel to all kinds of different adventures and things like that I can show people. I opened up the new Discord, Daniel Prado Worldwide. And today I have the collector has been helping me in building the channel, laying things out. But today, I was in there talking to people, and I have some rooms in there that I added because people are like, "What's this?" Another guy came in just a little while ago. I was like, "What is this channel for? What are you trying to accomplish?" And I've gotten that question, which I think is an odd question because it's like, well, it's just for my community, to have a place to gather and talk, and that's it. You know what I mean? I'm not selling anything. I don't have a project that Worldwide Coin is not coming out anytime soon. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm doing it for. It's just to have a place. So I opened up rooms like movie ideas, top food, sandwiches, trading for something, worldwide dating advice, giveaway stuff channel, no chat, price chat, main chat. There's just different things that you can go in there and talk about. And what I want to do with this channel is I want to do that. I want to just go about the world and my area, helping people, just doing videos and showing people what you can do when you have the means, and I expect to have the means. So I plan on having a lot of fun, basically, and just having a lot of fun while helping people at the same time. It's going to be fun.
So today I was bored at work, so I did some spreadsheets because I'm bored. So I figured out, that I did the rebases, and I said for a full note, it would rebase out to just on your rebases alone, no fees that you're collecting would be rebase out to 1.4 million. Well, today I took the 1,050 and then I did that day by day and I printed out. So I know every day on what date, how many Safuu X coins I'm going to have on that date. And then it's just a mental planning to see where I could be at and what price, and playing around with prices in my head. It gets awesome. So I had a fun day just doing that. And we got a big jump in people. We're up to over 100 people now. Awesome. And this nice. Next question is for you, Daniel. Mikhail loves APY. Hey, Greek, if you see Daniel, can you ask him what he is smoking? Maybe I can have some. He was saying today on his live that someone will pay at least 10,000 Safuu for 5 light note.
Yeah.
Hey.
You had somebody offer that in your live, didn't you, Daniel?
Yeah, I mean, but that's the reason why I'm saying that is because if I had light nodes, that's what I would expect. If somebody wants them from me, they need to pay that much for it. Now, there's other people that would probably go less, but I would think the majority of people that if you want those nodes, that's what you're going to have to pay for them, because you have to blow my socks off for them. In other words, and that's not an unreasonable amount. I'm not saying 100,000 Safuu. That's not that. I'm not going to be unreasonable. But these things are going to produce, Greek. You've put the numbers out. They're going to produce $125,000, all 5 of them together. So why on earth would I sell that to you for anything less than that? That's not even $125,000, 10,000 Safuu. It's not. So it's an extreme deal, NR, for for 5 light nodes, in my opinion. Just because they were sold for 70 each, that doesn't mean that's what they're worth. Everybody,
Sure.
they're worth a lot more than that.
Yeah,
They're
worth
what
is
somebody's
whatever.
willing to pay.
Yeah, that's exactly
They're worth
it.
what somebody's willing to pay, and to me, the potential outweighs any profit right now.
And I saw some people in Node Chat doing the figures, and they're doing it off of 1 million daily volume. I have some kind of problem with that. Don't do your figures off of 1 million daily volume. We're hitting those figures right now. I mean, you gotta, like, if we're hitting only 1 million daily volume, then this blockchain is not successful. So don't even look at, I don't even like factor that in. So this one guy's like, oh, they make $66 a year if you do 1 million. I'm like, stop looking at it that. Remember, it rebases too. So those fees you're collecting. So at 100 million daily volume, those fees you're collecting every day, the $6.50 you're collecting, it doesn't just go and it's not just worth $6.50 like a stable coin. It then rebases. And over the course of 6 months, that's 11 grand you just added to your bag that you couldn't have added to your bag if you didn't have the light node. So you got to see value in that node. And that node will keep producing those rewards even when the fixed flex comes in and we don't know where our rebasing is going to be. It's going to flex and move and dodge and weave, but those fees are going to stay there. So that is a huge deal. So I just want to get that out there for a lot of people. New Web Video says, Greek, can you help me buy a full node? I'll pay you a finder fee. Obviously, if anybody approaches me, I am all noded out. I've said this. You guys can always approach me if you say, hey, I want to find Greek. I know you know people. I have a list of people. Most of them are on the panel right now who are looking. So for light nodes, I will be approaching Crypto Easy. I will be approaching Curtheus. I will be approaching Pride. So if you guys know of anybody, reach out to the Greek. I got many worthy people who will take good care of those nodes and treat them right. As for full nodes, I also know people. New Web, I will look out for you if anybody approaches me, obviously. But yeah, so you don't have to pay me a finder fee. Just say thank you. That's all that matters. That's all the Greek needs. Hendrik Rivera, Safuu Attic. Hello. He's always in the stream. It's great to have him here. Yeah, ladies of Safuu. Hi, everybody. And Prado, I like how you created a ladies only channel in your Discord. That's awesome where the ladies can talk.
Yeah.
You know? But the Greek's got a bone to pick because the Greek wants to sneak in the ladies only chat, and say, how you doing, ladies?
I'll put you in the ladies group because there's the ladies of worldwide, and they have their own group, and that group is the only one in that channel. So that's how they can get in there.
It's awesome. It's good to see they can have a spot to talk crypto, talk whatever they want to talk, whatever ladies talk about. I don't want to get in that circle. Surin Gurwal, how about our Bears, my friend? Exactly. What a victory. It's good to have a victory.
That worldwide dating channel would be good for you too.
Yeah, I know Ian brought up have the Greek worldwide dating channel on. But I don't want to take over Prado's Discord, because if that would be the most popular
I've already
channel.
thought about it. Like we can do on since I have the Discord now, we can do the bid on Greek. The bid on Greek. I just got to figure it out. I'll talk to Collector.
That would be awesome.
Legendary Other Nathan is down there too. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
If you guys don't know,
Legendary Other Nathan, very busy on my channel. He's been doing a lot. Zima has also been doing a lot.
And Barry McCockiner has his own 18 plus dirty, and he gets trust me, he gets well worth all his naughty stuff. I went in there for 5 seconds and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm leaving this. This is crazy. And Barry McCockiner is just in there having a good old time. I'm like, oh man, this guy's having fun. Biz Entertainment says New Web Videos Daniel Prado has and gave his price $5 million, not going to waiver. You ready for the transaction? Prado's ready.
Potential.
$5 million. He's ready.
I mean, listen, if that thing starts producing $1.5 to $2 million a year, you got a deal. You got a deal for $5 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're talking rebased out for 6 months of rebasing $1.3 million at 100 million daily volume. So these
just
nodes
100
are going.
million.
Yeah.
I when it gets to $1 billion, Greek, forget about the rebases. The fees are going to equal that, so it's going to maintain that for years to come. I mean, that's what my expectation is.
Yeah. It's totally true, and these things are going to be crazy. And when I tell people, because I've told many people, you know, I told people I got a node, and like my family, they're not big into crypto. So when I tell them I got a node, they're like, okay, what's that? And I go, so it gets a portion of the transaction fees, and it earns rewards daily based on transactional volume. And they go, so what can it pay? And then I go at 100 million, pay 650 a day. And then my mom and dad, my brother, they're like sitting there, they're like, that sounds too good to be true. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm showing them different blockchains, and I'm like, so this one's one without many projects built on it. We got partnerships that are going to help and all this stuff coming up. And there's one without one. And they're doing $88 million a day. And they're like, huh. And they're like, but those numbers don't. I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm not going to talk about it anymore in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to show you when it happens. So that's where I've been with that, because I like this comment. Sir and Gruel, Ian Bednar can suck it. LOL.
Oh, Ian. We love you, man.
Poor Ian. Poor Ian.
Not the Packers, but we love you.
He's going to have a rough week this week with me because Bears. But next week, he's going to have a great week. He's going to be like, Greek. I can just see it now. Ari Diesla, if we hit 91% fire pit, price will be higher. Yeah, way higher. I mean, if you just take numbers, Dio was in main chat today spitting wisdom today, and I was just loving it. I wasn't responding. I was just loving all the wisdom he was spewing. Yeah, like we're talking 100x could happen with a 91% fire pit. And there was a great point that he said the only like fire pit will work and will be super deflationary the first month, and then after the intro APY, because before that we need insane amounts of transactional volume to get it. He's just brilliant. You just got to watch his videos. It makes total sense on everything he's saying. But this will happen if we hit a 91% fire pit. So like that's why you don't see us stressing a lot of times when we see the price where it's at now, because we know what's coming. And yes, of course, you know, everybody wants to see the price go up. I get it. But when you have that big vision and that long-term vision, it helps. Let's see. We have a super chat that came in. Perfect. Somebody brought it up for me. Yeah. Hendrik Rivera, Safuu Addicts. Thank you so much for the super chat. Auctioning one light node to best offer. Auction starts at 1,000 plus. Safuu got a few offers already. So Daniel, I might need your help for the transaction. Wow. Now don't I feel like a lucky dude. Jeez.
You should, my man. You got a hell of a steal. Hell of a steal.
Yeah, I don't even want to tell my story after this because people feel like they're getting a bad deal.
Nah, man, yeah, well deserved.
It's crazy. Somebody approached me. They wanted out of the project, and they sold me their 5 light nodes for 70 a piece. So I guess if you find the right seller, you know, you can make it happen. You've been on his channel this whole time, but now he finally shows up. Oh, my God.
My bad. I just got off of work, bro.
That's not an excuse, son.
My bad. Next time I'll just skip work all together.
No excuses, okay?
I'm sorry.
Tell your boss, wait a minute. It's all about Safuu. We have priorities.
That's true. That's true.
Surin Grawal, new videos, 2K per light is pretty good. Right now it would be only 4 to 5K. They are projected to make 25K a year. Yeah, I don't really take the rebasing numbers. Like when I give the rebasing numbers, it's 33K that it's going to rebase out to. But then again, if you didn't get a light node and you took that 70 Safuu right now, you'd rebase higher. So actually there is no advantage to having the light node for that. The advantage comes in if we hit 100 million volume rebased out. That 11K is the extra part. That's where, like, I'm always talking about getting the bigger piece of the pie, and that's where the nodes are. And yeah, you could make, and that 11K is off 100 million volume. So I anticipate after the first 3 months will be higher. And no, that's not fanboy Greek. That's the believer Greek. Okay. Yeah. So it is a good deal when you think about it. And yeah, when something went in 4.3 seconds and there's that much pressure for them and that much people want them, of course they're going to go for a big amount. It's just the same way Jordans now, you know, they sell out fast and they go for like everybody is trying to sell Jordans like a week after they sell out. It's crazy. I can never get the Jordans to begin with.
Good analogy.
I've never been a sneaker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so many people go crazy for sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
I've never been. You know what I mean? Like I like sneakers. We all like, but like people go nuts for them. Like they're buying them and waiting in line. Like,
hey Dan, do you remember?
Am I crazy for that? Like
the Reebok pump. Remember the Reebok pump?
I remember those.
Those right?
I remember the pumps.
Those awesome.
Yeah, I remember the pumps.
I got so sad when those things when they stopped making them. I bought several pairs just so that I could have them for a while. But yeah, those were cool. Those are worth shooting people for, man.
Yeah. They're treating
I'm wearing
this like stocks and shares.
Yeah,
and stuff
I guess.
I'm wearing the same pair of shoes for the last year and a half. That's how the Greek rolls, okay? I'm actually thinking somebody gave me Jordans that didn't fit him. So in Dubai, I'm going to be repping the Jordans everywhere. Okay.
Nice.
So Prado will think the Greek's got some class, but he won't know that that's just a pair that was given to the Greek, But now he knows. So now he's going to know the truth that the Greek has no class.
Hey, Greek, do you mind if I bring this next comment up here real quick?
Yeah, bring whatever you want up.
Crypto Grandma's in the house.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. Crypto Grandma, channel member.
Grandma.
Great to see you here. Great to see you doing the great work. I've been watching your videos, so
yep, me too.
Keep it up and know that you have a fan in the Greek. Anybody who is willing to put themselves on camera, spread the good word for Safuu. If you ever need any tips,
she does a fantastic job too.
Yeah,
I agree.
If you need tips on what not to do,
her little her little grandson Chandler.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's a little Safuu holder.
That was a good video.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, people like Odinato. First time seeing you without your wig.
Yeah, I'm at work. I can't wear it at work. I'm not allowed. So
what a different looking man.
Did you actually ask if you could wear it at work?
No, we have a very strict uniform code. I am not allowed. Yeah. I'm a supervisor, so I have to enforce the rules. So I have to know them inside and out. So I already know. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Big dog. The big dog.
Master
Baron is in the house.
I don't think I've ever seen Lupala. Have I seen Lupala? Have you been on my channel before, Lupala? I don't think I've ever seen you before.
It's the Greek's got some ladies on his channel that you don't have.
Oh, okay. Now.
Master Baron's in the house. My Safuu gang, what's up? I woke up at 2:50, went to bed at 4:15, and woke up at 2:39. Nothing changed but the fire pit and my Safuu bag for rebasing. Sounds about right.
Yeah,
sounds like Baron
right here. Yeah. The life of being a Safuu holder. So just have that positivity like Baron. He's just like, oh, whatever. I'm going cool.
I'm gonna go party.
Let us know in the chat when you go back to sleep, bro, so that we can get ready.
Samantha, what a good person here. She left and went to everybody's video stream and liked it. That is the way to go.
Thank you.
That is the way to go.
Thank you.
And I already know she subscribes to everybody on the stream. I don't even have to guess at that. So
let me go to everybody's stream also.
Susan Emerson says, other than washing is the only objective to try and sabotage the project at great loss. Yeah, that's their only objective.
I can't think of anything else. And nothing else makes sense.
And guys, we are getting a lot of comments, so I'm sorry if I miss some. I'm just a good Greek trying to get to everybody. But I got to get to these super chats first, like I promised that I always will. Chris Saucer's in the house. Awesome dude. Evening, gents. Not auctioning nodes. Also doesn't auction nodes. He does good things for people with nodes that he gets. I'm just going to leave it at that. Very nice dude. And once again, Chris Saucer, tell me you're single without telling me you're single. I have some same sneakers for a year and a half.
That's a good one.
I guess I got nothing for that. Yeah. That's a great one right there. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Tell me you're single without telling me you're single.
I'm just not a shoe guy. I'm not a shoe guy.
Oh, that's funny.
Ladies, I got the same shoes for a year and a half. How you doing?
Bro. Walmart has like sneakers for like $30, bro. They're very comfortable too.
Yeah, but why buy new ones when the old ones work?
That's true.
I mean, I'll find any reason to buy a new TV, but it's like,
why buy new ones? I don't know.
Kevin Bjorkland's here watching. Kevin,
what's up, Kevin?
Apologize if I never invite you to my streams. If you want, just message me on Discord and I will add you. Get you a.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I listened to Kevin on Sean's channel. Sean interviewed him.
Mm-hmm.
A very bright guy, man. That guy is so calm, cool. He rivals Curtius with his cool, calm demeanor. And just like, listen, this is the way you go about it. If this happens, you should go like, and he's just the, it's a great channel to pick up on some ways to go about life in general, not just crypto, but especially with this crypto, because this can be a roller coaster. Everybody knows that. This is a crazy roller coaster that we're on. Who's that? Leon's kid? Leon's baby?
Nah, she's with her mama today.
No, that's my
okay.
I'm babysitting today, so that's my kid. So let's go.
Kid's happy.
Oh, okay.
The kid is happy.
Yeah.
So you gotta say
Ian
Safuu,
Bednar,
let's go.
Ian Bednar says, I can't believe people in Discord truly believe there will be a massive Safuu X sell-off, and not considering all the buys that will also be coming in, new projects, investors, and Dubai coming up.
Yeah.
They always. I love when people ask, is there going to be enough liquidity for when everybody sells off? And I'm like, yeah, we're just going to all just zero out our bags. When I talk about selling 10%, I'm talking about selling 10% of the rebases I earn off my node. Actually, no, I don't even have to sell those node rebases. Who am I kidding? I'm going to sell the little bag I have now, and that's going to be it's going to be very little, but it's going to be worth a lot because I know what the price is going to be. Research. And we have another super chat, which will lead me to a story. We all like story time. So Chris Saucer, Greek, you can tell the node story. It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to tell the node story. Chris Saucer called me, and he's like, I want you to be an intermediary between me and you guys all know Gia Legend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the amazing video on how he got his node.
Chris is the guy? That's the Chris?
Chris is the guy?
Chris is the guy. So I knew about it.
Chris. Wow.
I was going to be the intermediary, and Chris Saucer came through and got the node for Gia Legend. So, you know what? While we're at it, let's just give Chris Saucer a round of applause.
That is amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, I knew I didn't want to do it unless Chris gave me permission. So here he is. You guys, Chris is such an amazing dude, and thank you so much for your support of my channel and everybody's channel. And yeah, we can't thank you enough for what you did for Gia Legend. Made his dream come true. That's awesome. And that's what Safuu is about.
That's like took care of the whole family, bro. Like he and his entire family.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You see Gia paying it forward too. So that's good to see. And that's what's awesome about
and
all this
did it
stuff.
Out of the blue, never told anybody, never told Gia, nothing. He just did it and then presented it to Gia.
Wow.
And
and they called me up, both of them, and they were like, can you do the transaction because we trust you, Greek? And I'm like, I didn't want to have possession of the node. So I said, Chris, you would have to send the node, but I can be the intermediary of the 2,700 Safuu, whatever. They worked it out between themselves. It all worked out. Both are happy. And what a great, great thing. And that's what Safuu's about. It's about helping each other. NR helped me. In turn, I helped him because I had another whitelisted wallet. So, in a way, I helped him, but this was after the fact. I didn't.
Well, you've been helping me with the YouTube stuff, and I mean, we chat all the time, Greek. So yeah,
it's true. Me and Odonato are gonna talk later. We're gonna help him get his Keystone Pro set up. That's what I do. If anybody needs help, I just try and be the best Greek I can. Put a smile on my face every day and make dreams come true. That's exactly what I try to do.
Yeah, man.
We all appreciate
what Chris did. Yeah, what Chris did, that just speaks volumes of the whole Safuu community, and you just see it time and time again. And I said it before, you don't see that anywhere else, and it's just amazing to be a part of.
And that's what I love most is when you go back and you look at the journey, it's going to be so fun when you look back and you remember everybody who's won a node, the stories of how it came to be. It's just crazy, and it's going to be an awesome time. and great people in this community. And I can honestly say this because stop it. I can honestly say this. Oh my goodness.
Stop
it.
Oh.
I've been in multiple crypto communities. I will say this without a shadow of a doubt. Safuu is the best.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Safuu is the best.
Yeah. We got a good community where everyone's just helping one another out. And it's crazy. Yeah. Because just like Greek, I've been in other communities and you don't really see no one helping. It's like, this is my bag, you know, and nobody's touching it. But here, everyone's like willing to give you something just to help you grow and just to get to where you need to be at in life. And it's just crazy. So yeah, this community's been awesome. It's awesome.
It's definitely one of the main reasons why I got really attracted to it, and just seeing the community and these simple acts of kindness without thinking of receiving anything in return has just been mind-blowing. And I made a video a while back, and it was during like the flooding and stuff. I think that's when we got their white paper, and I talked about great examples of what leaders do, and some of the biggest things that they do is they duplicate amongst to like their followers, right? And what's going on there, Greek? And so I think the fact that Brian has so many giveaways, I think that's kind of what made the community follow and give the other person a hand to say.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Orpheus, I will say this: your voice has calmed down the dogs. They just were like, oh. I'm telling you, magical voice right there. And Melanin Delight, thank you so much for the super chat. Chris is amazing for what he did for Gia. Yeah, yes, Chris is amazing. You're amazing for supporting the channel. You're always here. Don't think I don't see. I see everybody. I'm always watching. Greek's always watching. Chris Saucer, his stories touch me and he'll do a lot for others. And now he doesn't have to sell his cows. Remember that.
Yeah.
He was talking about selling Bessie and Daisy. Was it Daisy? Donald Duck.
It's like Daisy with a B.
Right.
We need to meet that cow. That's one famous cow that he always talks about.
Yeah.
Simon says, I have a question. Is Greek a Greek? Someone save the answer for me later. I got to work out. The Greek is 100% Greek up until a year ago. And then I realized my whole life was a lie because I'm not 100% Greek. I'm 91% Greek. My mom's biggest brag in life, you know, like when you're Greek, your biggest brag, everybody who's Greek, their biggest brag is being Greek. So we're like, yeah, you know, because we just think we're the greatest thing since sliced bread. So they're going around and I go, Mother, how would you feel if I took a DNA test and I wasn't 100% Greek? Your whole life would be a lie. And she's like, you better not. So the great son I am took a DNA test and found out I'm 91% Greek. So then my mother's like
9%.
I was going to ask the
7% Italian, and then there's some of the Balkan area like Turkish, and we don't talk about that part, you know. Just leave that.
No, you don't talk to the Greeks about that because my father-in-law is 100% Greek, born and raised there, and he's very proud of being Greek, like you're saying. And he had they don't like talking about the Turkic stuff and everything.
Oh, no.
That's kind of a sore spot.
Let me ask you something too. Why is it there? How is it possible that every diner is owned by Greeks? Like every diner.
How's it possible? Because no matter where Greeks love doing.
Like it's old Greeks love owns it.
We love feeding people. It's like the greatest thing ever. Yeah, if you come to Chicago, it's like, oh, that's owned by a Greek. That's owned by a Greek. That's owned by a Greek. You're run by somebody else.
In New York, in Delaware, it's like you go to a diner, the Greek guy that owns it's walking around. It's always the same. It's like it's crazy, and they don't even know each other. You just do it. Like
it's mostly Asian folks from many different Asian countries over here in the Seattle area that own a lot of the restaurants and stuff. We have a huge, wonderful infusion of Asian cultures out here.
Because you can says I'm 4% beard. So and guess who made his appearance? He has to make an appearance on a Greek stream. Ladies love the Greek yogurt. Barry McCockiner. Always in the stream.
There he is.
Taking a break from his room, his chat room in Prado's new channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's like the dream room for Barry McHockner.
yeah, it is.
Let's see.
It isn't so bad though. Like, because I did make some rules. Like, I was like, no, like, super raunchy stuff. If you know what I mean. Like, you can put some stuff in there because I do too. Like just like a girl walking and her like, with her butt, but like it's covered. Like you can't put naked stuff in there. So it's not that bad, ladies. If you do want to go check it out, and other people that might be offended, it's not that bad. And if anything is like that, I take it down, and so do the OGs and moderators.
I'm a bad OG,
but it's still a lot of fun though.
Confirming RM, he was invited to join us. I don't know why he's not here. I don't know.
Is he still working?
Confirming.
Yeah, he probably still working.
He saw the invitation and he was like, "Dad, I'm not doing that."
Yeah.
Doesn't he have like 5 jobs? I mean, he's a hardworking man.
And I don't need an excuse to not show up.
He's probably like,
that's what it is.
Con, if you do a live tonight and you invite the Greek, I'll show up. I promise you that. Because the Greek has no life. Okay?
Except for today, you didn't make it on my live. I had to go at it all by myself.
Well, some of us were in the office and we're shorthanded, and I'm trying to show that I do work once in a while, because there was a whole week there where I did a few hour-long lives during the day with Mr. Prado, and
I did want to talk about what I did talk about on my broadcast today, if I can. First of all, the debut of Mr. X. How about that? Mr. X is going to make an appearance.
Who's Mr. X? I was confused because
Mr. X is going to be who people can ask about the blockchain. Any questions that they have about blockchains. Is a blockchain expert, and he's going to be on. He's not going to be revealed in any way. It's just be his voice. If we ever see him, if we ever get the opportunity to see him, he's probably going to be wearing a mask, which is fine. Mr. X will be making his debut sometime in the next couple of days. Greek, anybody will be able to ask any kind of blockchain questions. And one of the things that I went over today was about the fire pit. We've been getting a lot of questions about the fire pit, right? And the fire pit, if I don't think I can share my screen, but I can't share my screen because it's on here that I would have to do it. But what it is on the blockchain, if you look at the fire pit and you go into all of the last transactions, you'll notice that 33 days ago was the last time there was even a transfer into the fire pit. So there's been a lot of questions about that, wondering what's going on. Why does the fire pit not have any? And what it is that the fire pit is it's part of the actual contract, and we call these smart contracts, right? And the smart contract, the reason why it's called the smart contract is because its ability to be able to maneuver things inside of the transaction that happens. So it's not going to be a transaction that you see. Now, when you see all those transfers, that was before when Brian was actively trying to feed the fire pit because he realized very early on that the fire pit should have started at 50%. Now, he knows that now, right? But before he told us all that, he was trying to get that fire pit fed as much as possible. Since then, since that 33 days ago, that last one, he is completely stopped because, quite honestly, my belief is that he doesn't really care. He's moving on to Safuu X. That's the focus now. So he's not really. But the fire pit itself is getting fed though from every single transaction, and now every single transaction that gets that happens that occurs on Safuu, whenever you see a buy or a sell, that transaction gets you see when you go into the hash, you'll see that amount that goes to Safuu, like it'll say paid to Safuu, this amount of Safuu, whatever that amount is. The contract knows how to take that amount and automatically disperse it to where it's supposed to go. So you got the liquidity pool, you've got the sieve, you've got the fire pit, and it just knows where to put it automatically, the percentage that it needs to go to. It automatically does that. It is not a transaction though. And the reason why that's also built in like that is because it does that, and it's not a transaction, there's no gas fees being paid. So they save on that money as well. So because it's a smart contract, it's able to do that. And it does do that every single day. That's why the fire pit is able to grow as fast as it has. We're over 25% now. So then you have people that'll say, that's not true. It's just growing by the rebates. Everybody knows that. No, not everybody does not know that. It's growing by more. It's growing faster than what the rebate.
And when he went to 6.5%, he was manually adding in. That's why you saw those transfers in, because the contract cannot be changed. Contracts were in at what 2.5%. So he had to add the 4% to manually do it.
Yeah, those fire pit transactions, they don't show on the blockchain.
No.
Right.
So they're not they're not a transaction. They're a part of a transaction.
So if you see Clown, Crypto Easy has daddy duty. So Crypto Easy, take care, my friend. So that's why you see the Clown will constantly attack with stuff like that, because it'll be like, see, they're not adding to the fire pit. It's all a farce. Well, when you don't know anything about anything, you can say stupid stuff like that, and you think you're smartest guy in crypto, and nope, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Master
so I just
Baron.
wanted everybody to that maybe did not see that. Just understand that the fire pit is a mechanism in the contract that is being performed minutely. Every single transaction, it is actually doing that job, and it's pulling and putting it into the fire pit.
Yeah, if you want, you can watch it, like keep refreshing, because it only rebases every 15 minutes, but you can see it might grow a little in between those 15 minutes if you were to refresh. For anybody who wants to like really put this up to challenge, it does. I've done it.
Sean did
go check out Daniel's video from earlier. Like always, he always does amazing work, even when the Greek's not on his channel. He does great work by himself for him. So
for him, he does good for him.
Right, for me.
I'm kidding. Daniel does amazing work. We already know. I don't even have to say it. Like, he gets 180 people in his lives. They just show up for him. They say the Greek's boring. We don't want to talk to the Greek. Nah.
That's not true.
You know,
they
he's
all
here.
love you.
Master Baron's here. Thank you so much for the super chat. It means a lot. He goes, I wasn't even hoping to get a no do my geographical location, and it's poor internet. I know he was worried about this for a whole week. He kept DMing me and being like, dude, I hope I can get one. I hope I can get one. And I'm like, yeah, it's tough with poor internet signal. Nothing you can do. But he goes, after I missed out on light nodes, I thought it was it. But one of my 2 whitelisted wallets went through, and I got a full. So, thank God Master Baron got a full, because he's such a great guy. Good guy for the community. And yes, he is not Brian. I can assure you all.
Master Baron and I spoke earlier, because another part of the Mr. X being on is going to be phone calls, not phone calls, but live voices from people being able to come onto the show via Discord. So Mr. Baron here, Master Baron, was kind enough to take some time out of his day. Greek was also, to test a feature that it's not usually used for that, but I'm trying to use it for that, and we're going to be able to have live calls on the show. So that's going to be exciting.
Awesome. Yeah,
changing the game. Awesome. Changing the game. Rush 2017. Good evening, gents. Glad to see you all online. It's like seeing a room full of future millionaires. Cannot wait to see that chat session. Yeah, I think of how big our lives are now and how like it is now, but I can't even imagine when this thing takes off how pumped people are going to be, and they're going to be like, these are the OGs who believed. These were the guys who were out there when all the FUD was there and the support. And we're just going to have parties every single night, knowing what we hold.
January 20th, I say 24-hour live stream.
That's what we're planning to do.
Oh, it's not. Cool. It's happening. Yep. It's happening because I got nothing better to do.
Work, so I'm good.
Even if I'm at work, I'll work from home and not work.
Bro, I feel like I think you're gonna have a lot more than that day off from work, brother.
I think you're right. I'll pre-type my resignation and have it in hand just in case.
We just hit 1 hour exactly. Feels like 10
crazy.
minutes went by.
Yeah, it's always going fast. My friend, who's also my boss, he's like, man, I have a feeling you're going to make it and you're going to leave me here and I'm going to have to replace you and you're my best employee. And I'm like, sorry, sucker. I'm his best employee while I'm live streaming for 3 hours during work, and Daniel just won't stop. I'm like, the Greek's got to go. He goes, come on, man. 20 more minutes. Let's go. People are eating it up. The people love us, man. The people love us.
They do.
Like,
give them what they want,
I know Daniel never
That's all
says
I've
this
gotten
to
all
me.
day is, when are you going to go back live? When are you going back on? I'm like, I'll be on the Greeks channel tonight. So I was posting it everywhere, all over my channel, all over Safuu channel, everything, so that we can get our numbers up. And it worked. We also have all these gentlemen here and all their channels that everyone's watching. I'm on Odie's channel right now. I was on Curtheus, and I'm about to go on the other two guys, NR and Leon, in just a few minutes. But I did like on Odie's channel and on Curtheus channel. Make sure everybody do the same thing. Go to everybody's channel. Make sure you give some likes, show some love, follow, hit that subscribe button on your way in.
But hit the join channel button on your my channel so that I could pass up Sir Prado, because he's got a lead. I hit 130 channel members today. So if we can just pass up Prado, then my goal will be accomplished and we don't have to do anymore.
Let's see how far behind you are. Hold on.
My name's Daniel.
I was starting to feel a little bit slighted yesterday, Dan, when you didn't join our super stream, but somebody brought up to my attention that you actually have a life outside of Safuu, apparently, and you were trying to live it for just a few hours. So I had to cut you some slack.
Daniel Prado wants to flex.
I'm only at 177, Greek, so you can catch up a little bit.
Daniel Prado, 177 members. Ooh, flex time.
Wait, where you at, Greek? 130?
131 now, because we just got a new member, but I will give them recognition after I read this super chat. Hey, Safuu family, the full nodes repaid
now.
And at a different rate than Safuu. Also wanted to say thank you for all the daily Safuu content. Much love. Well, Golf Punk, you're lucky that I've done all the math to this. So they will rebase starting November 20th. And if you collect them every day, put them in your wallet, it will rebase out to $1.435 million on a full node and $33,700 on a light node at the end of the intro APY. And that's just the rebases alone. Now, I don't like to really throw those numbers out there because those who didn't get a node will actually rebase to a higher amount. So for them being like, oh, woe is me, I didn't get a node, they're actually getting an advantage. The advantage we have is based on that transactional volume and those fees. Right. If we're doing 100 million daily volume, the node can earn you 1.3 million extra in 6 months over not having a node. And that's at 100 million daily volume. So get excited. You want to be looking at volume, projects. And a light node could bring in 11,000 extra. Why are these numbers on top of my head? It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Be obsessed or be average.
And look at that. If I had known that Golf Punk was the newest member of my channel and they sent a super chat, so that is a double whammy in your face, Daniel Prado. Thank you so much. May I take a number? Thank you so much for becoming the latest channel member. Now I got to change my graphic again, but I'm so happy to do it for every single one of my channel members. It goes a long way in supporting the channel, allows me to do what I do. Hopefully I can get rid of my job one of these days. Not through YouTube. I'll get rid of my job because of Safuu. Okay. And then YouTube will just be the thing I do to kill time.
Biz Entertainment says January 20th is a Friday, Saturday party weekend. It's a Friday and Saturday, that date. That is going to be freaking awesome. What?
January 20th? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
nice.
The 24-hour live stream's good because it goes into so you know what? Like I can just pretend work for like 8 hours and then I can 16 hours of actual doing what I like to do.
I didn't realize that was a Friday. That's awesome.
Fridays I work from home. So this works out in my favor. That's why I say the pretend work, because I'm very good at training people to make it look like I'm doing stuff, but I'm not doing anything. As you can see, when I live stream with Daniel, every time at 11 a.m., I'm working while live streaming. So don't tell anybody. Don't tell them. Hendrik Rivera, Safuu, can I join the 24-hour live stream? LOL. I know I won't sleep for 3 days. Well, you've been such a supporter of the channel. If it's on my channel, you're more than welcome on the channel.
Yes.
What we're probably going to end up doing that day is we're going to have to siphon it off to give everybody love. So it's going to be
like Hendrik to have
3-hour windows.
3 Dominican girls dancing around him during the stream, though. That's how we can get him on the show. Easy.
No, how about he gets 2 or 3 Dominican girls over to the Greek,
and
then they can dance.
That's a fantastic idea too. Yeah.
Get Barry to
Those
run point.
Dominican girls, my goodness.
Hendrik, I'm gonna get a green screen for that, and behind me it's just gonna be people dancing, having a good time, and people are gonna think, "Oh, the Greek's around all these people." Nope, it's just the green screen. But yeah, you're more than welcome. We're probably going to siphon it off between every YouTuber. It's going to probably go for 3 hours or so, and we're going to give everybody love they deserve. And, because can't all be like Prado with an 8-hour live stream, and go just take up everything. That was the craziest live stream I've ever been on.
Man.
That was
wild. That was wild.
It was great and wild at the same time, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And people afterwards are like, Greek, you got up twice. Did you go to the bathroom at all? And I'm like, no, I got up to.
No, we did not.
Fruit roll-ups twice. You saw I had.
You got up after you got your node. You were excited. You got up, pumped your fist. That was another time you got up, but that was it.
Yeah, but we didn't leave. And then I got my fruit roll-ups, which I would have had some still, but my roommate saw fruit roll-ups and went ham one night. I had 2 fruit roll-ups out of the whole 2 boxes I bought. The Greek can only have so many sweets, and that was my one indulgent now. And so you know what I did yesterday? I opened his bag of Doritos and had 3 chips. Now he's gonna have little stale Doritos in your face, roommate. Okay,
something is the matter with the Greek, bro. I'm telling you.
Hendrik Rivera, Safuu Addict. Thank you so much for the super chat. You want me to get a divorce? LOL. That's why you send them to the Greek. No divorces. You just go, I gave him to the Greek. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. And then the Greek will be like, thank you very much. Okay, I don't know. I'm just being myself, and that's what's scary. Chris Saucer says, Safuu will be wife changing.
Yeah, that's because he's responding to, did you guys just go through that? I'm sorry, where he said,
yeah, Hendrik.
Do you want me to get a divorce, Hendrik? Yeah, yeah, we do. Now I'm just playing.
Safuu will be wife gaining for a Greek, hopefully, because I'll be like, ladies, I got nodes. And if you don't like those nodes, I got some light nodes. And if you don't like that, then you got the Greek.
That's right.
And they'll be like, I'll stick with the node. I'll be like, okay, you're missing out. David Esch, thank you so much. You know how it's going to work with SafeWX as far as taking profits, what we launch, because we won't need Binance anymore, right? You will be able to use Change Now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, how do we go all 100 hour 8 minutes and not talk about Change Now one time? What am I doing? Yeah, you'll be able to go to Change Now and you'll be able to swap for other coins like on there through there, and you also be able to swap hopefully for our SUSD, whatever, our stable coin that's not created yet, and then you'll be able to transfer to an off ramp, and you should be able to off ramp through Change Now. I'm not sure how it works. Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
I just got to play around with it more. Obviously, I was waiting for Safuu to go live, and for people going, I see a lot of people. Safuu's not live. Safuu's not live. They said the 12th. I've been a part of these launches many times. You know, they do the final testing the morning of, and there's always bugs, and these things always. So don't sit there and be like, well, Brian said this. Brian has no control over this. Okay, Brian and them came to an agreement, and now it's up to their devs to make it happen. And whenever it is, you'll see a comment. Obviously, go to their Twitter page, follow it, because most places, when they release new tokens, they will put it out there and advertise it, because obviously you want to advertise it. You know, it's best for both parties involved. So you'll see probably an advertisement. Brian will probably make an announcement. I'm just saying when it is live. He probably will come in. Who knows? Maybe he's watching right now. Maybe he's like, Greek, I'll make the announcement right now. And boom. Nothing. Maybe he's not watching. Maybe he's laughing at the Greek. I don't know. Maybe he finds the Greek funny. I don't know. Biz Entertainment says, oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I was just looking. I'm on here now. It's still not on, but it'll get up there. You know, it wasn't a fake announcement, everybody. Like, it is going to be up there. But the way it's supposed to work is you should be able to click on the buy/sell crypto. And if you're selling, you should be able to select on the top one if it's Safuu, if it's Safuu Protocol or Safuu X, the coin. You should be able to click on that and then sell to. You just click on the sell button. You see, there's a right underneath. The top one is going to be what you're either buying or selling. In this case, if it's the one you're selling, the top one is what you would select. You would select what you're selling and then click on the sell tab right underneath that, right in between the two, the top and bottom, right in between that is sell or buy. And then you sell to USD. You click sell. If it says USD, you can click USD or you can click USDT or all the other stable coins. But if it's just USD, it's going to your bank account. Yeah. So that's how simple they have it set up here. So you will be able to off ramp from Safuu Protocol, the Safuu token, or the Safuu X blockchain, the Safuu X coin, right to your bank account with Change Now. That's the beauty of this platform that nobody else has, because everybody else you have to go to a wallet, then transfer it to your bank account. This one looks like you could just go right to your bank account.
And if you have Binance set up or whatever, and you have like even crypto.com and you have your debit card there and you're like, well, I just want to move it so I can use my debit card there. You can bridge it so you'll go to exchange Safuu X for whatever, BNB, and then you can transfer the BNB to crypto.com and then you can do whatever you want. There's many things you can do and bridge it. So it's going to be great. And until Safuu X comes out with their own bridge, which they are going to, and Brian alluded to that, but now there is not the huge rush for that as we got something in place. Biz Entertainment, for node holders, do they have to pull every day or can they leave it in the node and pull per month and get the same amount as if they pulled each day? That's a great question. Either way, I think it will just sit in the node and rebase as well. It should. Obviously, more will come out on that. And if it doesn't, then we'll have to sadly go on the DApp every day and pull out. But I do the pull out. I'm sorry. I do that. I do that every day in Forex Shark projects. So I'm used to going on a DApp every single day and collecting. So for me, it's just like the natural process. And it's kind of fun too, because it gets very addicting. But not for Forex Shark projects that just lose value every single day. So you get less and less. This is like when you're pulling out your rewards here and you have a few days in a row where you're doing great value and we're going back, ooh, and it's going to be fun, which is how it started on Forex Shark projects. But nope, not anymore.
I can tell you, Greek, too. I'm in another project, and I have a few nodes in that project. And they'll just accrue in the node until you pull out those rewards, at least in that particular project.
Yeah, so that's how I think it's going to work.
Leave them there, yeah.
And the legendary other Nathan, him and Barry McCockiner. If he was here, he would have said something. Greek pulls out. LOL. So
Greek yogurt.
Yeah, that's how I think. Yeah, Greek yogurt. We love the Greek yogurt. Handicapped and hot. Love the name. Love the name. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, Greek. I hope it's wife gaining indeed. I don't know. Is somebody interested here? Huh?
That's my wife.
Is it for real?
Yeah. So she's hoping that it's wife changing. I guess she might want me to be, changing wives. I don't know.
I'm going to get rid of that Daniel Prado one day. Daniel Prado's got 2 nodes, so he's He's on a way other level than me. So
I'll have more than one wife then, if it needs to be that way.
Tell your wife thank you so much for the super chat.
It's life changing for him, and then Greek said, "Hope it's wife gaining for me."
Oh, that's what she said. She's saying, "Hi, Greek. I hope it's wife gaining." Indeed. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Does he normally listen this well?
No, I don't listen this well.
I figured.
That's funny.
When you get to our age, bro, it's selective hearing all the way.
Of course.
People always go, Greek, did you hear me? I'm like, of course I heard you. I got these big ass ears, sonar. You know, I'm like, you can talk from across the room. I'll be like,
that's funny.
Better not be talking about me. David S. Our Safuu X is automatically going to be on Change Now once we launch, or do we know how that is going to work? They will have testnet to get that network up and running. Obviously, they'll know things in advance. So day one, it should be up and running on Change Now. Safuu, they just announced the partnership on Saturday. And for when they said the 12th that it's going to be live on Change Now, my radar was going off. I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it because I just know how this stuff operates. But is it the biggest deal in the world? I know everybody's in the Discord being like, why isn't it not live on Change Now? I'm like, you guys understand, you can still buy your old methods that you've been buying with a million times, and then you can still test it out. You can buy more when it is live. That's what I'm doing. I bought today.
People are so worried about this, like just because it's not there. Today's the first day it's supposed to be there. It's not there yet. Like, it'll be there.
People freak out when they say, okay, they said it's going to be live today. It's not there. Oh my God, the price is dipping. The sky is falling. Oh my goodness, we're not going to make it. We're all going to burn. This is all going to the ground. Like, that's the way of thinking. Everybody wants this negative attitude. And when you change your mindset to be like, hey, they said this, I'm used to people being on Greek time. Nobody ever, in all Greeks are not on time. They just, except me, I'm always early for everything. But just, you got to realize it's not going to be on time every time. You're dealing with developers, other people. You're dealing with other people's word too. Brian can say what he wants. Okay, maybe that's the agreement they had, and they hit a snag. The main thing is that they get it right so that they don't have to take it down, because I've seen projects go on exchanges and then 2 days later they have to take it down, stop trading, halt trading, do that. That's a bigger mess. So
but he's asking about Safuu X. I mean, what I'm talking about though is the Safuu token is actually going to be on there too. That's the really cool thing, is that because if you guys go to the site again, guys, if you went there and you were to select USD that you're paying, you're going to buy. When Safuu's there, you'll be able to select it. And then when you click buy, the next thing it's going to ask you for is the wallet it's going into. It's not going to stay on this site. It's going to actually go right to your wallet. So this platform has a way for it to happen exactly the way Brian wants it to happen. So yes, the question is Safuu X going to be there automatically? Is that what we're expecting? Yes, because the Safuu protocol is going to already be on there by the time the blockchain starts. Yes, and it will be on there.
They will have the whole test net. Obviously, they're going to get these networks on MetaMask ahead of time. It's not just going to show up mainnet launch and people are going to be like, I can't see my balance, because you can see how the node holders freak out now that they can't see their node in some wallets and they don't realize that it's still there in their wallet just because it doesn't show up. And it's one of those things. Safuu X is going to be in your wallet, whether like your wallet supports it or not from the start. But just know that they're going to work on getting this stuff out ahead of time. And that's what testnet's going to be used for. CF Sam says, hey guys, how are you all doing? Do you think 1,400 Safuu is enough to make until sacrifice day? Thank you for everything that you guys do. What you got to see is what price you think you'll be comfortable with and what numbers you think you'll be comfortable with. And I think 1,400 is plenty, but if you want to buy more, buy more. If you don't want to buy more, don't buy more. But you got to make that decision for yourself and come with the realization of what the numbers mean to you. Obviously, 1,400, in my opinion, it's going to be good. You're still going to have a good time on Safuu X, but the more, the merrier. And this is, so you have 1,400 today. Obviously, you're going to rebase out some more, so it's going to be even higher. We need to see what the price is at the time. There's a lot of factors involved.
Probably about 4,000.
When you play around with UK Shepsky's calculator and you see where you could be and just look, you'll be pretty happy with the numbers on 1,400. And we're going to do a reveal here, okay? Ian Bednar. Greek, what's your first name? I don't know if you ever said it. LOL. You look like an Eric or a Stanley to me. It is the furthest thing from Eric or Stanley. So,
yeah, that's funny.
So even though I'm only 91% Greek, I got a Greek name that's 145% Greek. Okay, it's 10 letters long, and it is Anastasios.
There you go.
Wow.
That is my real name on my birth certificate, on my passport, on my driver's license, Anastasios.
That's very Greek. Absolutely.
And they shortened it to 2 letters. That's my nickname. That's what I go by. And on YouTube, I go by the Greek, the wonderful Greek.
That's funny.
Who also sings. Yeah, that's my real name, Eric or Stanley. So, in Greek tradition, you're named after your grandfather. My grandfather was named Arthur. My mom hated the name Arthur. But on his birth certificate, he was Anastasios. So she just was like, I'll just put him Anastasios, and then we'll just call him a nickname. Well, it was always interesting. First day of school, teachers gave up at the end. Everything was, they'd be like, I'm like, yeah, that's me. Just call me this. And I'm like, okay.
Dude.
Story of my life.
Mm-hmm.
We would have had fun with you in the Army. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Donald Richardson says light nodes would only be on the market for $250,000. My offer is firm. If you can find somebody to pay that for light nodes, you are the man. Wow. Cody J, thank you so much for the super chat. Prado sending love from Lee, New York.
Long Island, New York. There you go.
Oh, that's Lee,
brother.
Lee, I thought that was a town. I didn't know Long Island. You know why?
Yeah.
Oh, they're Long Island. Great spot. Great spot.
Yeah, the Long Island, New York. There's there's somebody else that has LI on their name, and I keep on calling them Long Island, but they're not from the Long Island. I just say Long Island.
I've never been there. That's got to be on my
Long Island.
I've never been. Yeah, I've been to Georgia, North Carolina. I've been on that side of the country, but I've never been north of Greensboro, North Carolina. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but have you ever been to Seattle?
No, I haven't. I have been into Seattle because I watched Grey's Anatomy, but that's it.
I went one time to Seattle. I was 2 years old, so my memory is kind of faded.
It's probably better back then, but
Seattle's nice. It's great.
Riley Freeman says that is so Greek. Exactly. My name is so Greek. So David Esch, basically I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen with my Safuu once I sacrifice. Like, do you think I'll still have control of it on Trust Wallet once we launch, or would I have to go on change now? So basically what's going to happen is you're going to sacrifice. You're going to go up. You're not going to know. You're going to know exactly what you sacrificed, how much. It's going to give you your Safuu X amount. Like, it's going to convert it. You'll know the conversion. Then on November 20th, you're going to be able to go on a D app, and you're going to see. You're going to connect your wallet, and it will be like a vision. And you'll be able to see how your rebasing is going, everything's going. But you can already put that in a daily compound calculator with your Safuu X amount at 2.09% and figure out exactly what day, how much you should have on each day. And you can just party every day knowing that you're making a steady 2.09% at a fixed $9 price, which is the greatest thing ever because you're making money every day. And so that will be a happy period. You will have great sentiment for everybody because we're all making 2.09% a day on whatever we sacrifice, which is the greatest thing ever. And then knowing upon mainnet launch, when that thing roars and we go up 10x, that's just going to be amazing. And once,
or sometimes some people believe even more than 10x.
Yeah, I always give minimums. I know it's going to be more than 10x, but I give minimums because I don't like to throw predictions around because, as you can see, the detectives tend to clip the predictions and be like,
yeah,
you said this and it I don't want anything. Yeah. So just know that you have to just find the numbers, play around with the numbers. About 2 weeks prior to mainnet launch, I anticipate they will be like, well, here's the contract address. This is how you add it to MetaMask. This is how you add it to Trust Wallet. And then when it goes live, the tokens will show up that day. They'll probably be like, we're live, and the tokens will show up in your wallet, and you'll be able to see them. It should be a smooth. Maybe even the day before they can probably airdrop you, and you won't be able to sell them or do anything. Or they might be doing it a week before, maybe so people can visualize it. and add the stuff. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I know they're going to give ample time, directions. Obviously, if you watch my channel, Daniel's channel, Odonato's channel, NR's channel, Curtius's channel, and Just Talking's channel, you will know exactly what's going on, when it's going on, and why it's going on. And we will hopefully be in this journey together. But yes, there will be a D app where you can see your Safuu X's grow in the nursery, as Daniel likes to say, and it's going to be amazing.
Mm. And don't forget, remember, you can still connect your wallet to Change Now. So if you want to see it after, once you get the contracts and stuff, you can still see it through your Trust Wallet. I think they have Trust Wallet where you can connect it on Change Now too, I believe. But I connected my MetaMask last night onto it. So you can definitely see your bag, once that gets all going. But yeah, definitely you can't touch it until January 20th.
And I also want to talk about these people that continue to talk about every day. What about all the people that are going to sell? Don't worry about people selling on January 20th, for crying out loud. There's going to be a bunch of people that sell. There's going to be a bunch of people that sell. Who cares? Let them sell.
But those are going to be joyous sells, because if you're a note holder, they're all joyous sells because it's value.
Everybody thinks that everyone's going to sell, though, Greg. Like, everybody's going to sell,
Okay, let's assume you get 20 projects building on your blockchain. So for everybody who's selling, there's holders. We're looking like maybe 100, 200, 300, 400, maybe 500 holders coming into these projects. And let's say there's 20 of them. You have all these new holders wanting to come in. So there's always going to be counteracting sell pressure, and it's just going to be a lot of volume. And there's going to be a lot of buzz. When new blockchains come in, people are like, oh my gosh, I get in the ground floor. A lot of people don't like to invest in stuff until it's real. Okay, and I hate to say this. People are like, well, they should be getting in now. Yeah, they should be getting in now. But now is when all the risk is taken, and this is when you get the maximum reward. But some people who have the FU money, I like to say, they can wait till the blockchain's out, and they'll be like, I'll buy in day one and I'll still make that reward. That's good for them. It's like
with less risk.
Yeah. So we're putting in the most risk right now, but we're going to gain the most, and it's going to be great. And Ian Bednar says my name alone should be reeling in the ladies. Well, Samantha, I love your name, our Greek. Very nice. See, it's working. It's working, Ian.
Now we're talking.
Oh my.
Slow and steady. You got it, Greek.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, the Greeks
we are getting somewhere now.
Cody J, thank you so much for the super chat. You guys should visit one day. I live on the same street as the Amityville horror house, like 4 houses down.
Wow.
I'm definitely
That's
visiting.
Awesome.
Yeah. This would be a dream. I would go up to the house. I'd take selfies. I'd be like, is somebody in the window?
Wait, does anyone live there right now in that house?
Man,
I'll walk on my hands on the front porch of the house.
I'll go chill up.
Ain't going in.
Yeah, that would be awesome. My wife and I go all out on Halloween, man. That's like our favorite holiday, man. We do it up. So yeah, that would be awesome.
I have yet to find a scary movie that makes me I just sit there and I'm like, eh.
There's no more scary movie. It's just more like
I know. It's like they think chopping somebody's head off is like I'm like, that doesn't do anything for me. Come on, where's the suspense here?
There's no Freddy Krueger or Jason.
They're more entertaining now, more than scary. Like
it's more gore.
Yeah, and they're running away from a bad guy who's walking, and somehow he catches up. It just makes no sense. I sit there and I yell at the TV every single time. Yeah, like Mike Myers is walking and he's catching up. I'm like, this is the dumbest. I'm not gonna swear, but I seriously get angry.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. Like when you see them running and they're tripping, true facts. It happened to me. I can see that in the movies. I'm not going to tell you what I did, but
you can't lead in like that.
Folks run and trip and start crawling.
Did you?
I remember back in like 82, 83 when, what was it? Oh gosh, we were just talking about Friday the 13th, the 3D. Yeah. You remember that, NR?
Little bit.
Yeah, I
wasn't that old then.
I was
trying to bring you up to his age right now.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to make you older faster. So that's the one where they, at the end, like one of the kids is running out the back porch, and then Jason grabs the guy by the skull, picks him up off the back porch, and crushes his skull, and the eyeballs pop out, and you can see the spring. And 3D was still pretty new, and we were like, "Oh, play back," because VHSs were brand new, so we rewound the tape, and we just thought it was the coolest.
Yeah. I had a VCR with a wired remote that ran across the living room when I was.
Yes, those are crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom
I grew
told
up
me
with VHS.
My mom told me the first movie I watched. We were at my grandma's house, and they're looking over at me. I'm 2.5 years old. I'm all silent, and Poltergeist is on the TV, and I'm just staring there watching Poltergeist. My mom's like, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna have nightmares." Nope, I slept like a baby. I don't care. That's the Greek for you.
Poltergeist.
Ladies, I don't get scared at scary movies. How you doing? Oh, that's
pouring it
creepy.
on, Greek, pouring it on.
David Esch, thanks for answering my question, brother. You guys are awesome. Anytime, and if you ever have any more questions and we're not on live and you need to get an answer, my DMs are always open, especially for the ladies. But yeah, if you ever need a question, I'd rather you ask than make a mistake or do something that may change the rest of your life. Richard Hudman in the house, channel member. Thank you so much for the super chat. Greek, is it true with the Windex remedy like on my big fat Greek wedding? So that is completely 100% false. But what they took that off of is every single old Greek grandma, Greek grandpa has their old remedies. Oh, do this. Like my grandma, every time somebody coughs, you're too dry, you need juice, you need juice, you need juice. So she'll just pour a big ass glass of juice and she's like, here, juice. I'm like, I coughed one time because a bug flew in my mouth. Like, I don't need juice. They all have it's just awesome. As for the grandma losing her mind, yeah, that's every one of my friends' grandmas. It's like spot on with her running in the yard through the sprinklers. And then they do the like one nice act and you're like, wow, they still have a brain. But yeah. So it's 100% true. Greek grandmas are the greatest. Especially mine. She's always trying to feed me now, and so she's got the start of dementia, and she's always trying to feed me, and it's hard to explain to her that I had weight loss surgery. So now she's trying to give me cookies every time I'm there. I go and watch her every Sunday, and she's trying to give me cookies. So I figured out the best trick is if I take a cookie, take a little small bite of it, and don't eat it, she thinks I'm constantly working on the cookie, so she never asks for if I want another cookie. Before, she would keep throwing them at me. And I can't explain why. So have fun with your grandparents because they're not going to be around forever. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, true enough.
And because you can too. Yep, my cousin don't want to get in until blockchain is available. So borrow some money from him, and now he in anyways. That's a sly move. Hey, can I borrow $1,000? Like, get him in now.
Yeah,
that is a smart move. You know what? Then you'll say, hey, I paid you back a lot bigger than he thought he was going to get paid back. So that's actually a great move. Too bad my friends wouldn't give me money if I asked. They'd be like, screw you. They'd be like, Victor Logan, I have to fix my house, so I'm taking profits January for sure, but I'm keeping my day job and letting the rest ride through June.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just about having a plan. And of course, yeah, if you have to fix your house, 100% responsibilities come first. We all got them. Unless you're the Greek and you're just a degenerate, you don't buy shoes, you don't buy food, you just put it all into Safuu and then you complain that you have no money ever. But that's going to change. That's going to change.
We should get Brian to get a Ladies of Greek booth right next to the main booth in Dubai.
Oh, you want to see an empty booth? Yeah. Okay.
We'll get it packed in there for you, Greek. We'll get you. We'll hook you up.
They're going to be like, we got to arrest this guy. The ladies are coming after him. That's a crime over there. They're going to be like, oh my God, look at this guy.
I'm going to put the Greeks channel on my Discord too.
You know what y'all got to do when y'all go to Dubai? Do like a live interview with some of the people out there talking about Safuu and see what they think.
I know where you got that. I know where you got that from. Okay.
You should, Greek. That'd be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
good idea.
Like you go find the ladies, Greek. Odie.
So I'm gonna have Daniel Prado film me, and I'm just gonna go around and be like to all the ladies, and I'm gonna be like, "Have you heard of Safuu X?" Have you heard of the Greek DeFi guru? And you're just gonna, they'll probably be like, yeah, Safuu is the best. And then for the Greek, they'll be like,
Somehow I lost.
Rob S says another thing is everything goes down eventually. So when Safuu hits all-time high and starts to dip, don't panic. This is normal in crypto by the dip. I'm not even going to joke around here. It's going to dip. It's going to hit an all-time high.
Oh, yeah.
And that's healthy. This is 100% healthy. So when you see it, don't sell as it's going. You can sell if it's going down if you want. Okay. But don't sit there and be like when it hits the bottom, oh my God, we're going to zero. It's not going to zero. The fire pit's going to maintain a floor. And then as we continue to go and we build more volume and projects come on, then you're going to get this J, and it's going to be reverse J, and it's going to be awesome. And that's what happened. If you see a lot, every single blockchain we've ever shown, it goes up 40x, and then it goes, and then 6 months, and then goes, and then it's amazing. But this times up perfectly with what we want to have happen, because the first month we're going to see that spike. We're going to probably hit an all-time high. Are people going to time the all-time high right? No, there's going to be hundreds upon thousands of people who time that thing wrong, because you never know when it's going to be the all-time high. Okay, until it is, and then you find out. And then you're going to ride it to the bottom. Then you're going to have those who are like, okay, now I'm just going to rebase. Remember, you keep rebasing. So you take advantage, you lower that price, your price floor, and then the price floor is going to be higher. So you can still be in profit. And then as that intro APY ends and our rebases slow down and volume starts to pick up, that's when we're going to see it take off again. And that is what we want.
That Flex APY, Greek, man, that's going to be something.
It's going to be something. And I know a lot of people, they've asked me to do calculations on that. And there's just so many unknowns because they haven't released a figure to say, okay, based on these daily volumes, this is what it's going to be. If they give me those figures, then I could say, okay, if we're doing 500 million daily volume with Flix, we'll make 3% or 2.65%. And I could figure it out. But obviously, if we're doing a billion volume, that's going to be a 3.14 max plus what is it? The point. So it's going to be 3.24, right? Is that
3.24?
Yeah. So that's going to be crazy. Like if you are hitting those volumes to get that on a daily basis, it's going to be nuts for everybody. It's going to be absolutely wild, and it's going to be the fire pit roaring, everything. So it's going to be great. But those are numbers that are hard to go about right now.
Yeah, because you won't really know until after the 8 month is over. Then you can really tell when that flex comes into play. And really, truly see the cost of what you can get from it.
Yeah. So Cody J in the house with another
play off of the volume. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Curtius.
Yeah, by then we can play around with the volume and see what kind of volumes we'll have. So that way, we can better predict what the fixed flex APY we're gonna get.
Yeah.
And I look forward to talking with the team in Dubai about a lot of that stuff and just having like good conversations, not like questioning what it's going to be. It's just good to know about a lot of things. Maybe I'll learn stuff, I like learning. It will be fun to pick their brain, have some fun, show the crazy side of the Greek.
I'm fairly interested because I know the whole core team is going to be on stage. I wonder what the other people are going to be talking about altogether. And also, I think there might be something up Brian's sleeve that day. Hopefully, we'll have to see.
Oh, it, man.
When he speaks on that main stage. Yeah.
If they allow cameras to capture the speech, I will have it captured. I don't know how the audio will be, but I'm sure they're going to have rules there. And I won't know till the day of. So I'm hoping I could air it on my channel like 4 hours later, and it'll probably be my most watched video, but we'll see. Cody J, thank you so much for the super chat. What VM are you guys going to use for your nodes? Okay. So I've done a lot of thinking. I'm going with AWS for my full node. I'm not purchasing it till I find out all the specs. Of course, if they want something and they tell you something and AWS doesn't offer it and you have to go with Azure, then obviously I'm going to go with that. But AWS is where I'm basically locked in for the full node. As for my light nodes, I need to see the final spec numbers because there's been rumors that Contabo, which is very cheap, at $23 a month, if it's able to support the light nodes, then I'm going to go that because the light nodes aren't bringing in as much. So I don't want to go with the best of the best. If I have to, then I obviously am going to go AWS on that. I'm not going to cheap out. I'm just got to see first specs on things. What about you, Odie?
AWS is where I've planned to go thus far, but just like you had said, Greek, yeah, I still want to see the final specs just to make sure. Going with some of those other ones that I can't remember the one you just named, that's $23 a month. Some of those ones that I've never heard of, I just don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to risk any downtime.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it, NR, right? That's where I'm at. I'd rather pay $100 a month for something that's going to make me more than that, even with really low volume. I mean, even though the light nodes that I have aren't going to make that much to start with, I'll look at it this way. They may, even if they lose money or they just barely break even, I'm sure I'll be making a little bit more than that, enough to cover it with the full node, even with really light volume to start with. That's my assumption. So to me, it's just a cost of business. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and I know I said earlier I'm going with AWS at this point unless something changes. And I think for you guys that have light nodes, you may be able to run them on the same virtual machine as your full node.
That's what
Ryan had said not.
Yeah.
Ryan had said not, but once the final stuff comes out, if that's the case, that will be the greatest thing. Obviously. But whatever it is, I'm happy to do because it's a small cost. And obviously, when you have the full node running with the light nodes, when you have a full node, like 1 day's worth of 100 million volume will cover more than cover your light nodes too, right. And then you'll still be ahead. So it's one of those things where I'm looking at Contabo because he did say that it's a German-based company and they're actually pretty reliable from what he's looked at. But obviously, I got to know more of what's happening, once the specs are out and everything. But it's a great question, Cody J, and we'll know more as it comes out. And I look forward in Dubai too. The crypto lead's going to be there now, so that's another brain I can pick and ask all my node questions to. I hope he's ready because I know nothing about anything with computers and all this stuff. So maybe having him there and just bouncing ideas off will educate me enough, and it will give me those 2 weeks prior to sacrifice to be able to tell people what I learned.
I think maybe everyone should just go for the better quality of the virtual machines, and then hopefully if somebody decides to take it and run with Contabo or something of that less renowned company, then maybe
we can convinced me.
You don't need to do it, but I'm just saying if somebody does it. But
I could picture it if you just had light nodes, like if you have 1 or 2 light nodes, like AWS might eat up the cost of what those nodes are earning for a month. So that's where it gets. That's where
Oh, he was coming through.
I think a battery just died on his headphones.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
Headphones died. Yeah, so Contabo is a good option if you probably only have 1 or 2 light nodes and everything. But it's crazy how long we've been on air. And Ian just responded right now to Surin Grewal can suck it back. That's crazy. How long was he waiting for that one? Because I know Ian's been here the whole time. It's just nuts. You guys are all nuts, all of you.
Someone said there was a well alert that went and bought $52,000 worth of Safuu.
I don't know. I don't have my Discord up. See what happens. I miss out on all the good stuff.
What? I think it's right here.
Yeah, there is one.
Oh.
Someone just bought at 7:12 p.m. 52,000.
They got 18,746 Safuu.
Wow.
I really hate that this whale stuff is happening because it ruined the whale alert. Rather than everybody being happy when we see a whale alert now, the first question they ask, is this the group? Is this the group? It's ruined it. It's 100% ruined it. It like I used to get so excited. I used to start dancing when I see a whale alert. Now I'm the point okay, let's see how long they hold.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
It sucks.
Yeah, they've taken away the excitement. That's all right though, because we're here for the long haul anyway. So I'm just trying to get as many Safuu as I possibly can.
Oh yeah.
Victor Logan Jr. says, according to Nathan, Contabo has been doing this since the early 2000s, and it has specs that can support a full node.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying with AWS, I like their just everything about it. So it's just easier for me to use and stuff and to support, and it's based in the US and all that stuff. So for me, that's why I'm going with AWS. But I could see a lot of people looking, if Tabo is a good option, then I can't blame anybody. Hank Tester wants to know, would testnet be perfect time to test Contabo out for a full node? I'm wondering if you're going to be able to like test stuff out like that, or make changes, how easy it's going to be to make changes on the fly once your node's set up. I would assume just watch Nathan B videos and he'll go over everything once the true specs are out, and we'll know for sure what's going to work. I would trust people when they say, okay, this will work, this won't work. Obviously, they're a lot smarter than me. I have no clue about all this stuff. I'm going to take their advice on all this stuff. As I said, I have no clue.
This whale buy that came in, right? It's $50,000. If that would have been a sell, though, we'd be at $1.75. You know what I mean? But like, it stayed right at 240 after that freaking buy. I'm like, what? Doesn't that just bother you guys? Like that thing, if it was a $50,000 sell, we would have had $1.95 right now. For Safuu, bro. That thing, like these sells, they affect price so much, but that buy,
it reminds me of school.
Price
all
action
over
was like, that's not enough. We're gonna stay at 240. We'll wait for something bigger before it moves up. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's like school all over again. You fail the first test, and then you're spending the whole quarter trying to get your grade up, and it takes so long, extra credit, doing all this stuff, and then you get a C on the test, and your grade just goes.
I mean, maybe it's gonna pop or something. Because guys, I mean, look at Dex Tools. You see, there's a $12 or 12 Safuu 54. There's 112 sell 148, but then there's 24, 720, 122, 120, 540. Like there's a 563 Safuu buy. There's a bunch of these buys, and the price is just flatlined. I'm just like. It's just annoying sometimes how this works,
Triple Moon Goddess has the right attitude. Who cares about them buying and selling? It creates volume and a good price for us. Yeah, I mean, we just got to look at the positives. Triple Moon, nice to see you here as always. And I know, hopefully, when we all make it, we can have ice cream together. And I know we've been joking around about that. So
that'd be awesome.
Rob S. said, I've been looking at some crypto history, and some of the best projects were attacked by many YouTubers as scams. They ended up being some of the best and legit ones, 100x, 1000x, 10,000x. Why is that? Because when it comes down to it, I'm going to say this. No one attacks something that's already down. Like, you don't see a kid on the floor and keep kicking a kid when he's down, right? You want to attack the one who's standing. Unless you're Liam. But like... For real, because like, why? What's the point? If crypto company's down, you're not going to be like keep throwing rocks at them. It doesn't do anything. Like unless you're just a menace to society, and then nobody takes you seriously because you're already knocking a dead horse. Like, wow, you're big and bad. You're not going to dead horse. So we are powerful. We are going to make it. People are scared. And Daniel Prado said a great line, like earlier. Throughout history, everybody's seen as a fool until they make it. Like nobody thought of these ideas. Like That's the one line I heard from him earlier. I happened to just turn my volume up, and it's true. Like every single person, nobody thought Apple computers could do anything. My dad didn't even think computers were going to make it that big, that each household was going to own a personal computer. And then now you hold a device in your hand that has more computing power than the Apollo mission that went to the moon. That's nuts when you think of how far we've come. So everybody's seen as a fool until you put yourself out there and you make it. So don't. I hate when people are like, well, other people are saying this is not going to make it. This is not going to make it. Well, it's what you believe. Your conviction in life is all they can. Because at the end of the day, when you put your head on your pillow, you have to live with yourself. You don't have to like other people's dreams and hopes. You don't have to live with it. You have to be mindful of your own decisions. And if you're okay with it, you'll be able to sleep at night knowing you did what's best for you. And if you have conviction and it weren't to make it, you can at least tell yourself, you know what? I had belief. I did it. Whatever. I tried 100%. Mm-hmm. That's the way you should do everything in life. Give it your 100% effort, and you'll get the rewards.
Yeah. No doubt.
Amen. Yeah, like Sean had mentioned, maybe it was Kevin Bjorkman, Sean, one of those guys mentioned a quote by Arnold Schwarzenegger, who, in short, he basically says, in order for you to get what people don't have, you have to do what people won't do. So, that's the way it goes with this. And a lot of people, when it comes to what you were mentioning there, when it came to people fudding or criticizing and things like that, YouTubers, about things that did end up blowing up, they were doing that because they weren't involved. They didn't think it was something. They didn't believe in it. So they're gonna say bad things. The same way that's going on now with Safuu. There's a lot of people that are not involved, and they will not get involved because they're stubborn and they want to be correct. I've mentioned that before too. They just want to feel good about being right about something, instead of actually looking into this to see what if they're wrong, which they are. What if this could actually do something for their life way better than being right about something? And that just has a lot to do with ego. A lot of those people that do that kind of stuff. Sean was a great example. Sean Clark, he was one that came out for a couple of videos when he first started talking about, Brian Legend, this, that, and the other. But then what he did was he looked into it after hearing the feedback that he was getting from people. And then he changed his tune. And now he's been obviously one of the biggest advocates for Safuu. But, there's more often than not, that does not happen. What it is that person's stubbornness to just remain with their conviction, because, Greg likes to say that word a lot. You have to have conviction. That's unfortunately the way it goes the other side too. Like they will have that conviction that this is what they think it is, and they just will not change their mind. But, in the end, the answer to that question is it's their loss.
Yeah, I call it the loser's mentality when you're out of something or you're not in it. Like, so when I played basketball, my coach used to always be like, the loser's mentality. Don't blame, don't say the other team was cheating. They were fouling too hard because you lost. Look at reasons why you didn't make it, like rather than blaming others. So you see this a lot with crypto, and you get a lot of communities and they're so close. And so when somebody gets out of a crypto, they don't want to be proven wrong. Nobody wants to be proven wrong. Like you don't want to sell out a Safuu and be like, oh my God, look what would have happened. So of course you start fudding and you go, well, I hope they don't make it so I can be. It's like a self-proving bias that you're trying to. So that's why you see a lot of people still FUD Bitcoin, and the only reason they FUD Bitcoin, and you hear their story, it's because I could have bought it 400, I could have bought it 300, I didn't. I had the opportunity, I didn't. I thought it was a Ponzi scheme. I thought it was this. I thought it was that, and now look at it. And so now they're going to just FUD it because they don't want it to make it. Because if it goes up to 100,000, now they look like a bigger crazy person.
I really do believe that why people act the way they act with the FUDing and stuff is because they don't have an open mind, and really, honestly, they haven't read books that will retrain the way their thinking should be. Instead of seeing like, I should have bought it back in the day, and now you hate it, you should appreciate that whoever got in made the fortunes that they got, and now you can learn from that and figure out, do your own research and figure out what's the new project that could make your wealth, instead of hating all the time, because negativity doesn't go nowhere. You only attract negativity every time you become negative. So have more of a positive mindset when you're looking at things. Just because you miss on the nodes, think about the better part of it. Like, well, since I didn't have a node, what's the best thing I can do with my Safuu tokens now? How can I increase it to get more in the long term with Safuu X? It's all about changing the mindset. And I honestly want people to just go read financial books, read things like that, motivation books, and it will definitely change your mindset and of how you talk to people and how you see projects or anything that you're in, stocks or whatever, it's just take those negativity out, because you're just going to attract negative stuff and you're just going to keep losing your money if you keep thinking that way,
I love how
and that translates into everything in your life, right, Leon? Everything in your life. That's what I love about the sport that I'm in. When I compete, it is all on me. I miss an obstacle, I throw myself through the air and do a lache, and I don't catch that, I'm going down. I'm going into the water, and it's all my fault. It's nobody else. I can't blame anybody. My coach can just look at me and go, "That's your problem." You know.
And that's right, Odie. Accept your faults. That's it. You have to admit your mistakes and accept it, and just keep going. Yeah, and you're right about that.
After that, I'll go back and I will try like heck, and I'll see, okay, how do I do this better next time? I try to better myself and go be more prepared for the next time I get around, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I love about that. Just have the right mindset, read the right books, get the positive information in, positive information out.
Exactly.
Great points, guys. And another thing too is when someone is succeeding, there's always somebody that wants to knock them back down. You know, there's somebody that doesn't want to see them succeed. And I feel like we face a lot of that as well, unfortunately.
Because for me, when I see you guys succeed, I'm trying to figure out how are they doing it. Let me learn from them. Let me feed off of that energy so I can succeed as well. You know, like that's the mindset everyone should have is how can you get more of that knowledge that they're bringing out? Like Greek's helping everyone. How can I do what Greek is doing, you know, to help others too, you know, or how can I do what Daniel Prado's doing every morning doing live AMAs, you know, like that's the thing that we should as a community just keep doing is growing one another like we've always been doing. And our community's been great at it, you know?
I'd give you my secrets, but I don't even know why people watch me. So I'm just blessed that they watch me. I seriously am. Like, I don't joke around about this. Like, I just do what I do, and people watch me. This I don't know. I don't know. We got Biz Entertainment asking NR a question. What has he found out about the Cayman Islands so far?
So I got a video coming out. Yeah, I got a video coming out. You know, it's not going to be too long, but got some really good facts about as far as citizenship. I think you even DM'd me a short video outlining some little things. And one of the cool things is to get a full citizenship. You really only have to spend 1 day after you're in the Cayman Islands for 5 years. So 1 day. You have to
my wife are going.
That's better than Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico is like 6 months, right?
That's crazy.
All right, NR is not going to say any more on this subject, so you're just going to have to watch his video.
There you go. There you go.
And let me just touch on a little bit more. I came out with a video that I did. It's called Inspiration. And the reason why I called it that was because I was talking about these types of people that you have in your life. A lot of people are going to be that way, unfortunately, where they're going to try to drag you down to be with them still. They're going to try to drag you down to stay where you are. Where you want to be is not where they're going to go because they don't have that kind of drive. They don't have that kind of ambition. They don't have that kind of risk that they want to take in their life. And they're going to try to bring you down. They're going to hold you down. And, you know, I use the analogy of the space shuttle going up to the space station. It needs to get there. And it doesn't just get there on its own. It will have 2 rockets. And as it's on its way up there, it will let one of those rockets go. And then as it gets even closer, it will let the second rocket go because that's what it needs to do. It needs to get there. But after a while, those things they're just let go. And the reason why is because they're not helping them anymore. If they're not helping you, these people in your life, you have to let them go.
Yeah.
Great analogy.
Absolutely.
That is a great analogy, Daniel. Most definitely. And I always say too, and I'm sure people have heard it many times before, you are the 5 closest people that you surround yourself with as well. You know, I'm sure you guys have heard that before, and it's so true. How many sayings have you picked up from the guys that are around you? And you know,
I haven't picked up anything from Greek, but one of these days, you know.
I'm surrounded by people in my sport. We're always trying to outdo each other, support each other.
And that's how it should be. That's how it should be.
I'm just surrounded
everybody
by
that I'm friends with on social media. They're all people that are positive. A couple of years ago, I just decided to clean house and I got rid of everybody that was negative in my life online. And it's like, no, I want to be surrounded by people that are pumping me up. When I'm having a bad day, they help me. When they're having a bad day, I help them. And that's who I try to surround myself with because
you have to do it.
It's too short.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
absolutely. If you're around positive people, you're gonna get a positive life. If you're around negative people, you get a negative life. If you want to focus on negativity and budding other projects while you could be doing something more productive and being more positive, and you're gonna get a better positive life, more positive vibes coming towards you. So just if people are hating on you, then you don't have to worry about them. Just do you, stay positive, and if you believe in your heart that Safuu is a thing, then just then just do what you gotta do.
No, always when Curtheus is talking.
Huh? My bad. Yeah, no, I set an alarm at 2 o'clock where I go and meditate and stuff, so I do certain things,
So Samantha says Safuu really does have the best content creators. Pretty amazing.
Yes, we do. I agree with that.
About everybody but me. So please, now this is my moment because Samantha reminded me. Go to everybody's page except mine. Like, subscribe, watch their videos, support them. I've had this more support that I can ever ask for. I mean, me and Prado are blessed. We get all the support in the world. But yeah, go support everybody because we all grow together. When the smaller guys become bigger, then we all get bigger because we can spread our word out to more and more people. So it's just a great thing. So go spread the good word and keep doing the good things, watching our videos, supporting all of us. Join my channel, not Daniel's channel. And that's basically it.
I do want to say this. There's another YouTube creator. I don't know. Y'all heard of Squire C?
Squire C,
yes. Yes. Squire C and Monica. I want to give them congratulations because during that whole node thing, they actually got 2 light nodes and they were busting their butts trying to get it. So I just want to give them
I believe they got full nodes.
Like, I've seen these. Yeah, I've seen. I've seen these. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of calculations and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those guys look great.
Yeah, they were telling me. Yeah, they were telling me it was crazy intense when they were trying to get the light notes, but they finally got 2 during that whole shenanigans. So congrats to them on that.
Good job.
Yeah.
Wealth Tips 101 says Greek is a real genie, always giving out good vibes. This is how I live my life. Negativity has no spot. I swear, but a lot of times I do it in joking mood and never at somebody or because it doesn't accomplish anything. Okay. Nothing good is ever solved with anger because if you get angry, you're just acting out of emotions. And normally that's the wrong action. I've learned that throughout life. So if you sit back, assess the situation, take it for what it's worth, and then think with your brain and react, you'll always be giving out good vibes, making good decisions, and always stay humble. Because as much as you make it in life, helping others make it with you is one of the greatest things that can be accomplished. This journey is fun. My YouTube journey is fun, but it's more fun when I got a group of 6 here on this stream with me, enjoying the YouTube journey with me. And that's what I try and put out to the world. And I help everybody. Nobody should feel afraid to approach me and be like, Greek, I got a question. Don't ever be afraid because if I help you in a way, it gives me peace and it helps me sleep knowing that I helped somebody else that day. And that's just what I enjoy doing. So thank you, Wealth Tips. It's just how I live my life, and how I am on camera is exactly how I am in person, except I'm probably crazier in person because there's no stopping me because I just have to perform in front of 6 people as opposed to...
You know what's crazy? Greek's been helping everyone out. How come y'all ain't helping find a girl yet? Really?
We're trying. We're trying. Yeah, we got to get
I'm telling you, we need the booth in Dubai.
The problem with that is it takes an effort on my part. And really, I put in 0 effort. Okay, how am I supposed to find a girl when I get home? I literally got home from work. And the first thing I did is, I made myself dinner. I took the dogs out, went for a little walk to the mailbox. That's as far as I go. Came back inside, and then I'm like, okay, let me look at Safuu. I was doing research, going through the Discord, seeing if anybody needs help, seeing if anybody's in my DM, going through all the channels, make sure I don't miss anything. And then I'm like, oh, live stream for 2 hours. And then by that time, it's time to go to bed. I never even leave the house. Except go to work.
Just do a Tinder and then put it down in the description. Date will be at my house.
Mm-hmm. And I have a node.
Yeah, lots of nodes.
He has 6 nodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Triple Moon Goddess, thank you so much for the super chat. My karmic is a FUD. I'm out. I'm going to travel and enjoy life instead of lock in my room. Yes, obviously, once I get my money, you're going to see me everywhere. I love to travel. I really do. Like, I'm big on traveling, big on exploring, doing stuff. I'm not very crazy like Odie, doing handstands, jumping out of planes, doing all that crazy stuff. Like Odie in Dubai's like, we need to go to dinner in the sky one night.
Yeah, that does look cool. That looks awesome.
So I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm scared of heights, and it's 174 feet in the air. And I'm like, you know what? Stop being the pessimistic Greek. I'm like, so today I text Odie, I'm like, we're definitely doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
And Odie's like, sweet. We need to get more people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Prado, you in?
And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'll probably eat like a shrimp because I'm going to be so terrified being 174 feet in the air. I'm not going to be able to eat. But I don't eat anything to begin with anyways.
I mean, the chefs are going to be in the middle and everything. You saw the video, man. It's going to be awesome.
So I showed my friend the YouTube, and I go, okay, I'm scared of heights. Would you do this? It's in Dubai, and I showed them the Dubai one, and they're like, if you don't do it, you're a moron. So I'm like, okay. So
I'm still trying to figure out which day I'm going skydiving. I got to work it around whatever you guys are doing, but I can't wait to go over the Palm. That's going to be crazy.
They do have the tallest Ferris wheel, observation wheel, they call them, in the world. So I've been on the one in Vegas, which is the second tallest now. So I will go on that, and I will be shaking at the top bit. For views and for experiences, you got to do it. At least if I'm not jumping, okay, I can live with it.
It's see, that's what Odie's going to be doing. He's going to be jumping and rocking the thing. You know what I mean? Like, I can already tell that's what he's going to do.
I know Odie. He's going to be we're going to be on this stupid thing eating, and he's going to be like, look at me. And he's going to be like doing this.
I'm going to be rocking it.
Shaking the whole thing.
Making it move.
What's wrong?
But they harness you in. You're harnessed like they put like 16 harnesses on you. Like I'm like, okay, like we're fine. They give you a safety course. I'm like, man, this is great. They have to give you a safety course to eat dinner. Come on.
Don't jump.
You know, when I jumped on Saturday, I'm hooked up to to my instructor, right? And he says, he had hooked me up, and he says, okay, I got 4 questions for you, and for every question you answer wrong, I'm going to unhook one of these. And so this isn't going to be such a good jump for you. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. So he says, who was the 40th president of the United States? I'm like, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that crap. And so I go, he unhooks one. Then he asks me, what's my favorite color? I give him the answer, and he says, wrong. Every color is your favorite color. Wham. He ended up unhooking 3 out of them. Then he gave me the easy one, who is all dark and go, and I'm like, oh yeah, Darth Vader. And he's like, okay, I'll hook you up, but that's the last chance you get, But oh man! And then when we did that full gainer out, I tell you, man, life was good. Once you jump out of the plane, it is less scary. No, it is way less scary, way above the ground than if you're 100 feet off the ground. Because 100 feet off the ground, you think of mortality in a different way. It's like if I fall, you're.
Dude, this is how you know you're a nutcase, when you have to explain to somebody how not scary it is to jump out of a plane.
Dude, the ground doesn't even look like it's getting any closer. It looks like you're not even moving.
I don't want to experience the ground getting closer.
then the chute pulls and you get to sit there. Oh, it's so cool. You're missing
California Crypto. I'm sorry if I've skipped some of your comments. I don't mean to. I'm just getting blasted with comments, and I try to get to everybody. I don't understand the couple of YouTubers that were Safuu gung-ho and left to push Fly By Night, Grow, and Go Believe and Leave projects. Safuu is the only thing I put my money in. I don't
have anything else I'm in.
Yeah, we're going to cover this, but a lot of YouTubers, like, what happens is they think they can grow their channels, or they make it so about their channels. Like, obviously, when you're in one project like Safuu, I can only get to a certain level. So if I want to grow my project, but if my whole goal in life is not to make it on YouTube and like whatever, my goal is to make it with Safuu. So if I make it with Safuu, then YouTube's just a great hobby.
Everything else will come, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's my goal.
New member.
Somebody wants to grow their channel, then you have to cover a lot of projects. That's why you see a lot of these bigger YouTubers like 15,000. They're covering a lot of things, and you're like, are they really invested in all these? Are they paid? A lot of them are paid to cover the projects. They will admit when they're paid to cover the project, they have to obviously put that. And people will also say, Greek, you covered Safuu, you left Safuu. I didn't leave Safuu. Safuu left me because they didn't do what they were supposed to do by releasing a product. That's what happened. Okay. I didn't leave them. I hate when people say, Greek, you left. I never left. My intentions were never to leave. If Safuu had just done their stuff and released a product, which I've come here, I invested in it. I've had a CEO daily giving updates out there on my pages. Watches my videos.
Live shots.
Most transparent CEO I've ever met in my life. Watching stuff, fighting the FUD head on. I have mad respect and getting stuff done, establishing partnerships, and not just saying, oh, we're going to do it and giving you random signals in the sky saying, look at this. This means this. And there's the moon, the sun, and when it lines up, you get a block. I don't need that crap. I just want the product. And here I see delivering and I see a future. So if people want to know why I left Safuu, that's why I left Safuu, because something better came along and it can make me money. And I ain't going anywhere because I believe in this 100%. My conviction's never been stronger. And I've said this many times. And the community is great. CEO is great. Everything is great. And I'm so happy. That's my rant. And I'm sticking to it. And we got a new member. Daniel Prado is shaking in his boots. Look at him right there.
Yeah.
He's shaking.
I'm only up by like 43 now.
Oh my God.
Dang.
It only takes one time, Brian, to come in and gift Greek 50 memberships, and he's right there.
Oh, that's true.
That's
true. Here it comes.
Brian,
now.
if you are on 2 hours, 11 minutes into the show, and you want to throw memberships so I can beat Daniel, because we don't want Daniel flexing too much, because, he likes to do that. He's already looking really buff in that shirt he's wearing. I'm jealous. Like, I'm just a scrawny little Greek, lost all his body weight, and Daniel's all.
I got to get back into the gym, bro. I haven't done it in a few weeks. Well, not a few weeks, but yeah. I got to be more consistent.
Riley.
I like Riley.
If somehow they were able to get me while asleep onto a plane and we got up to 10,000 feet or whatever the jump height is, and I were to wake up, I would jump. Okay? I would jump because it's impossible. There's no way I would stay asleep long enough for them to even do it. Okay? Because if somebody enters the room when I sleep, I wake right up. It's been like that my whole life.
Drug his food. Put some
Baracus from
a baseball bat.
He's giving you guys ideas. He could do it.
Samantha says, such a diverse, handsome bunch.
Well. Now we're talking.
Thank you.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
Thank you.
She must be talking about Curtheus over there.
Mm-hmm. With the voice.
Yeah, Curtheus. Man, that voice is just.
Say hello, ladies, Kurt.
Hello,
come on, bro.
Hello, ladies.
I don't want to take Greek's time away,
Hello, ladies. Yeah, because you can. Safuu is imminent. When you hear words imminent or it's coming, it's not coming. I hate that word, imminent.
He might mean failure, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't wish the worst on Safuu. I'm just one of those things where I found a better project, and obviously it's 100% way better. I mean, just in 6 months of what they've done in 6 months has been unbelievable. Rob S., when we become millionaires, we got to do something big for Brian. Get him the most expensive gift. I'm thinking about together we can buy him a jet.
Look, man, just get him some Louis V's. He'll have to do some Louis V's. He'll be like dancing with joy with Louis V's.
Louis V handkerchief.
Yeah. I mean, Rob S., man, that's,
That's big, though.
Brian's going to buy
that's
himself
a
jet when he makes
buy him a jet.
Ooh, we could get him a towel with Easy's thumbnail.
We can get him like a propeller plane, that has like 2 seats.
Like Odie jumped out. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of.
Yeah. Ian goes, a jet costs $40 million or more.
We got
Rolls-Royce or a Breitling watch is fine with me, though.
Yeah.
Brian's already going to buy himself a jet because if this goes to where I think it's going to go, Brian's got a big bag right now. He's going to be sitting back and being like, "See, I told you, I believed in my protocol, just like you guys." And boom, we all know what's going to happen.
Yep.
It's going to say "Legend" on the back wing.
With an
It's going to be awesome.
Man.
That would be awesome. California Crypto. Any talk about a node owner retreat, vacation, etc.? There has been talks. Obviously, as we get further down the line, there will probably be more talks and exciting things in the works. And we're already talking about having just a Safuu holder getaway in Vegas the end of May.
Yeah.
That is planned by none other than Barry McCockiner. So you know it's going to be a wild and kicking time.
That is absolutely true.
Prado couldn't have found a better person to be in charge of that retreat. And
it's going to be something.
Ian says
it's going to be
we can get Brian a small prop plane. I would never get in a prop plane. I'm just saying. Never.
I love prop planes. They're cool.
Yeah.
Of course.
What did you have against that Cessna 182 that I went and jumped out of?
I'm afraid of flying. So the smallest plane I'll fly in is a 737.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I won't do more than 5 hours on a 737. I'll have to fly a bigger plane.
What are you going to be flying in when you go to Dubai?
777 300 ER.
Yeah. Same.
Yes, I've done my research.
Yep.
I know exactly everything. I have to do like a mental preparation to just be able to.
Those are made here, by the way, Seattle area. Just so you know.
Good company.
Yeah.
Unless when they make mistakes and they try and cut costs, then they go down. But we've been on for 2 hours, 16 minutes. So some of us have to get a life or else we're never going to meet any ladies. So now is as good of a time to call it. I'm surprised that 83 people are still watching me. So thank you so much to everybody who's taken time out of their day. I expect nothing and appreciate everything that you guys do. So just keep on being the great community you are. Keep being amazing. Crypto Easy says, let's go. Crypto Easy, thank you for joining the live as well. So, Odonato, any last words?
Chill, rebase, hodl, let goody. There's enough negative in real life that you got to deal with from day to day. I look at Safuu as my getaway. That's the way. So when I wake up, I'm already excited. I'm usually excited to start the day and see what's going to bring. But you know what? Now I just have this. The last 7 odd months, I've had something even more exciting to wake up to, and it's to wake up, get my coffee and stuff, and okay, what's Safuu doing today? And finding out everything and seeing that Prado just did a live stream with Greek 3 hours before I woke up, and I missed another one, and you guys are always streaming at like 4 a.m. my time. I'm never going to be able to watch it live, but yeah, no, that's me. Just try to be positive and remember that we're going there. We're all going north. We're going north.
Anybody else have any last words?
I'll say just, the belief that people need to have in themselves and in this project, it does come to fruition, the belief that you have. You have to believe in order for anything to happen, really. And I spoke about this before when I spoke about the people who have had ideas in their head. When they have those ideas, they had to believe that they were going to make it happen. Now, the work that comes with it is going to end up being what that idea, when you have it in your head, how you're going to get there has to now happen. So the bigger your idea, the more ambitious you are, the better you will have the work ethic to get to it. I spoke before about also when you have a goal of like $1 million, why not make it 10 million? Because when you say that you want to make $1 million, you're going to go about that far differently than if you're going to make $10 million. You just have to. So your brain's going to have to work that way. So is your body. So is your action. So your ideas are something that not just come out of your head. Like, you don't just think about them. They can actually come to fruition, and belief is part of that. And if you believe in something, and if you believe strong enough, like Greek, he was very excited about getting light nose. It just came to him. Gia is another one. His belief in getting a node. He spoke about that so much. He made videos about it, and then he ended up not getting one. But then guess what? He ended up getting one, even though it didn't work out the way he wanted it to. It's just the way you believe in things. It is going to make a difference when you think positively in life.
Exactly.
So to add to that, guys, if you're going to bet on somebody, bet on yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
No true words could be spoken. Always bet on yourself. Have conviction. Go Bears. Packers suck. In your face, Ian. Keep rebasing. Keep hodling. Stay positive, my friends, because it only gets better from here on out. We're all going to make it. So until next time, thank you for joining. Thank you for all my new channel members. Let's go. Let's beat Daniel Prado because he's already got a ton, and we already love him enough. So thank you so much for joining the stream.